Weed apparatus, a Georgia, and we Gucci, 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 got Gucci. Ooh wee, I'm addicted to blue cheese. She fucked me like she's a groupie. Alright. Oh fuck, I still brought the wrong one. Maybe I can finesse this. coming down to the last moments. You gotta hold it and own it. Playoffs? You're damn right. It's a step. How we looking? Oh, 7%. We gonna try to go on the IG with 7%. Ooh, I'm addicted to blue cheese.
What's your sole purpose in this army? To do whatever you tell my drill sergeant?
Oh yeah, here we go. This natural light. Ooh wee. I know we should be coming down. Oh damn. He really is on top of it. Oh, the levels is good. The levels is good. The levels is good.
MyT.
MyT Sports Podcast. Good. Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me, talk. Good. Come and talk to me. That's that booty meat. Afternoon, and welcome back to another edition of the MyT Sports Podcast. I am your host, the one and only Talon Deportivo El Idolo Taylor. It is a never-end fuego day in the hottest city in the world. We coming at you live and direct from South Florida. We in the studio today in West Palm Beach, Florida. Yo, it is another in fuego day in the hottest city in the world. Current temperatures right now is a lovely, lustful 69 degrees. How you doing, Bree? Let me start. It's a lovely, lusty 69 degrees. It is officially February 25th. It is just about 1:52 Eastern Standard Time. And boy, oh boy, do we have a big show for you guys today. Because you know what? I know it's been kind of slow in the sports world. All that means is that I got a lot of fast topics that I've been meaning to get in here that we haven't had a chance to, right? But we gonna get into it today. We gonna play a little reminisce. I reminisce. You know what? Since I realized we reminiscing today, let me make sure that I have our flashback sound loaded up. Hey yo, I gotta find my glasses cleaner. This shirt is not doing it. Is this the patch? No, that's something else. What the fuck is in there? We got a big show. Really big, really big, really big. Really big. Right? We got a really big show. We got Caitlin Clarkson, right? Caitlin Colbert Clarkson, right, breaking the all-time scoring record for the NCAA and women's. We got the Blue Chew promo code coming up for you guys. We got the NBA All-Star Weekend coming up that just wrapped up. Or let me say this better. We're coming back from NBA All-Star Week and officially games have started. We got Victor Wembanyama. He's over here putting up record-breaking numbers. We're going to talk about him. We got the birthday shout-outs coming up at the top of the podcast. We got LeBron and his farewell tour. We got all that and more coming up next right here on the MyT Sports Pod. We got any Knicks talk for you guys? We may even have some Knicks talk coming up for you guys. All that and more coming up next right here. MyT Sports Podcast. But you know what we say before we start any show, regardless of the time and regardless of the weather.
You play to win the game. Hello?
It's always a blast on the MyT Sports Podcast. Let's stir this bitch up. So let's start talking. Woo! Back at it like a sports fanatic. MyT Sports. How you guys doing today? I know it's been almost a whole week since we talked. I know it's crazy. Like, yo, talked last Monday. We ain't talk on Wednesday like we were supposed to. We ain't talk on Friday like we were supposed to. What in the blue? There you go. What in the blue blazes is going on here? Now all that's left is that for us, we're going to talk normally on Monday again. I was like, nah, let's get in here on a Sunday. Let's chill. Let's work it out. Because that's what I want to do. Just me and you. Let's just pod and talk it out. Because that's what I want to do. Just me and you 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 and you're gonna love me. Oh, you're gonna love me. Nah, listen, we got a big show for you guys today. Like real talk. Real talk. We got a big show coming up for you guys today. I don't know if we're gonna give you a 3-hour show. I can't guarantee you that. I can give you a solid 2 hours. You get a solid 2 hours of non-stop sports pumping. Speaking of sports pumping, where's my remote? Because I normally have some kind of sporting event going on in the background here, like the game or something. Now, I know we got a couple of games on over here on ABC. I know they're supposed to be having a double header. We don't got it right now. Basura. But normally we keep a couple of games going on here. I was like, yo, where's my remote at? Can't find my remote. Now, for everybody that's new here, right? We like to start off every single podcast with a little birthday shout out, with a little birthday celebration, right? And what we do is that we give a little birthday shout out. We give a birthday shout out to everybody that had a birthday since the last time that we was on the air. As you heard, last time we was on air was last Monday. So we got a booking, right? We got the full boatload, right? You're talking about a tea is filled to the brim with birthdays. Yo, some good birthdays too. Like, there's some really good birthdays too. Some of these birthdays, like, I may have to. Let's just wait. Some of these birthdays, definitely at least one, you're gonna hear us readdress when we get back to the podcast on Monday live from Sharkies. When we're gonna have trivia, alcohol, sports, all that, right? You guys know the deal. You guys know the business. All right, so definitely there's going to be one that we're going to give a revisit to. We got no birthdays today, ironically. No birthdays today on a Sunday. So that when we start off next week Monday, it's going to be fresh. It's going to be fresh. Just Monday alone. That's it. Solo. Right, you come if you have a birthday tomorrow, that's all you tomorrow. Birthday celebration, but you know we're gonna make sure that you enjoy your weekends as well. All right, so everybody that had a birthday from Monday the 20th or Tuesday the 20th, all right, all the way to the day the 25th. I need you to start getting them tagged. I need you to start getting them added. I need you to start. Let's see. I'm recording right now. If you want to tune in. Tune in. Did I ever? Yo, where happened to my? I see, and I'm sorry. It's behind the scenes cam with Instagram. I'm losing you, Jesus. Right, this is what happens. I'm doing too many things at once, and we haven't even officially started the show yet. But we gonna start here. I'm lying. Nah, we haven't started the show yet, but we've barely gotten into the show yet. Like that's what it is. And we are ready. Where is it at? Where is it at? That's the link tree. Where is the? Okay, you know what? That'll be the easiest way. Let's go ahead and share the link tree with them. You know what? Not just share the link tree with her, because I had to text somebody to share the link tree. Let's go ahead and share the link tree also with everybody that's watching as well, right? So that you guys have an idea of where we're at. Dunk contest was good this year. Marlon, pimpin', you're here. I know you've been wanting to do this catch up with us. We gonna catch up in a second. We definitely will. All right. I know you wanted to do this recap, and I'm glad you're listening. I'm glad you're listening. Hey, where is this at? I'm gonna send you a link to your Facebook Messenger. Right, so that if you trying to hop on, right, you can get faced up as well. You don't got to stick there. You don't got to stick there in the comments. We can get you faced up. We can get you mic'd up. We get you suited and booted. Get you right here on the podcast. Make the people see your face. And keep that. Anytime you want to join the podcast, that's your own little personal backdoor line into the podcast. Not too many people get that line, Marlon. Let's let you know. Not too many people get that line. I'm telling you right now, there's less than 24 people out there. 2 dozen? I don't even know if it's a dozen. So I'm just saying, though, that like keep that line. That's for you to during the podcast. It's also the line I was trying to get to somebody through the text message as well. She gonna get the same spill I just gave you. Hey, not too many people have that line, so you treat you like you special to get that line. Oh man, actually, where is it? That's at. I can get to her through. That's too much work. That's way too much work. That's way too much work. Oh yeah, we got birthday shout outs. Let's make sure we get the birthday shout outs. Hey, yo, DJ MyT. All right. I digress. I think I've stalled long enough. I think everybody has gotten enough time to get themselves in there. Pour yourself a drink, get yourself a shot ready, roll yourself a blunt, right? Pack a bowl, whatever you do to go ahead and get yourself into a good mood. If you gotta take off all your clothes, that's what you do to get yourself in a good mood, do it. But it's about time for us to go ahead and get into these birthday shout outs. Everybody that had a birthday from the 20th to the 25th. Let's go ahead and start getting them into the building. Hey, yo, DJ MyT, drop that beat. Oh, that's loud today. Come down a little bit. Whoa. That came in hot. That came in way too hot. Let's try this again. That's better. That's much better. I like that. Let's go. Because, yeah, it's your birthday. We said it's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Because it's your birthday. We sing happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. First birthday shout out we got to give. It's to one of my homeboys, Hector Euphonius. I want to say happy birthday to my boy Hector. Yo. Is that Paulo, Hector? aka Follow. What is happy birthday to my homeboy Hector? Yo, you have to make sure you give you a big. I haven't seen you in a minute. I hope you dropped. I heard you dropped a couple of hit singles. Family Man now, but happy birthday to you. Oh shit, my boy Big Al is calling. Oh Lord, he don't even know that I'm on the air. Oh Lord, he don't even know. Hey yo, Al, what's going on, baby? Hold on, you know we in the middle of a recording session right now.
Power on. Bluetooth pairing.
Yeah, we live.
Bluetooth connected.
We live right now. I'm in the middle of a birthday shout out. We getting some birthday blessings put out on the air right now.
Oh, you doing some birthday blessings?
Say that again.
I said, what are you doing? Birthday blessings, you said?
Yeah, we doing some birthday blessings, right? I'm doing everything from the 20th to the 21st. I think you remember my homeboy Hector, our homeboy Paulo. He had a birthday on the 20th. Also, we had a birthday on the 21st. Had a couple of birthdays on the 21st. One birthday to a co-worker of mine, Sandra Willis. Want to say happy birthday to her.
I'm back in town. I flew in from New York yesterday.
All right, B. I'm glad to hear that everything's okay. I'm glad to hear that you safe and everything's okay. I'll talk personally. I'm about to talk some sports, but I'll talk personally to you in a minute, unless you want to, put it on the air. But
No. We good. I just want to talk about the game last time. But call me later.
all right, B. Well, listen. You want to talk about the game? We can talk about the game in a couple minutes. I'm gonna call you in 15 minutes.
I'm headed to the gym right now. I'll call you now.
Okay, I'll still be recording an hour. That's perfect timing for some Knicks talk. Knicks talk in an hour. You heard it right here, folks. All right, B. Back. Want to say happy birthday as well. Let's make sure we get the 21st back on and popping. Happy birthday to Sandra Willis, former co-worker of mine. Then want to say happy birthday to a homegirl of mine, Jillian Christine. She actually used to be a roommate with one of my best friends. Happy birthday to her. Is that the same Jillian I'm thinking about? I think that is the same Jillian I'm thinking about. Then want to say happy birthday to my homegirl, Lady Stellas. Yo, I'm telling you, I'm not a last name person. I'm not Stylist. Yeah, I'm Stylist. Black T-shirt, Billie Eilish. I saw happy birthday to Lady. Don't want to say happy birthday to the number one cook over there at Sharky's. You know, we're at Sharky's every single Monday doing the podcast live. So wherever you listen to the podcast at, watching the podcast at, whether that's on YouTube, that's on Twitter, that's on Twitch, right? You listening on Facebook as well, or you're listening on Instagram, watching on the behind the scenes camera Instagram. You're listening on TuneIn. You're listening on Spotify. Jesus. You listen on Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, wherever you listen to podcasts at, the podcast store there. All right, so want to say happy birthday to the number one chef over at Sharky's. Want to say happy birthday to Chris Mato. I think I just seen somebody pop in. Then want to say happy birthday to a homegirl of mine, Danielle Alaziano. Happy birthday to her as well. What noises am I hearing? Oh shit! I see you pimping. I see you there. We're gonna get you in here in a minute. We're going to get you in here in a minute as soon as we get done with these birthday shout-outs. Right, then we have a birthday on the 23rd. Want to say happy birthday to my homegirl, Sandra Denise. Happy birthday to you, sweetheart. And then the last birthday that we got is to Amber Lynn Wilkerson. Some of y'all know her from around. Listen, whether you've been at Sharky's or you've been to Brews Room or you've been to Tijuana Taxis, if that's one of your places you used to frequent back in the day, then you've probably ran into Amber Lynn Wilkerson a couple of times. Happy birthday to her. So let's go ahead and drag them all back into the room. So to Hector and to Chandra and to Jillian and to Lainey, to Chris, Danielle, Sandra, and Amber, we want to wish you all a happy birthday. We hope you party hard, you enjoy everything, you regret nothing. But more importantly, I hope you stepped out, you flexed on these hoes, and you continue to stay MyT. Woo, woo, woo. You know, we got a special guest with us today. I wasn't going to go here for the first topic, but you know what? We've been trying to get together and do this collab for a minute, right? So let me get my special guest in here. Let me get my boy Maul in here. Let's get you up on the screen properly. How you doing, pimpin'?
What up, bro?
Yo, it's good. It's been a minute. It's been a minute.
Hey, shit, hell. Well, we finally hooked up. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, it's good. Welcome to the show. Finally, welcome to the show. This is what we do here on the Mighty Fitness Podcast. So, I know that you've been wanting to rap with me. about the NBA All-Star Weekend.
Yeah.
Now, before we go full into rap, I'm gonna set this up a little bit because I had to watch this. I had to watch the NBA All-Star Weekend from two different points of views. Right. The first point of view I had to watch was from an 8-year-old's eye. My 8-year-old self that had no knowledge of basketball, that's just in love with the athletic feats, the oohs, the ahs, you know what I mean, and the moments.
Okay.
Then I had to watch it from these 42-year-old lion eyes of mine.
Yeah.
Right?
Hey, that's what I'm looking at it as. Hey, I already know what you're on right now, cause let's be honest, I don't look forward to All-Star Weekend because it's bullshit. But I'm always a fan of the dunk contest. But what I don't like, it shouldn't be the dunk contest got to be responsible for making the All-Star Weekend. Like, that's why you got the fucking All-Star game for.
So, have the times changed?
Hell yeah.
Where
Yeah.
the dunk is no longer the dunk that it used to be.
Yeah.
And now, because in a way, the dunk isn't as flashy. Now it's the 3-point shot, right? The kids, they fall. Granted, the dunks are good. It's cool. But you can live on the action of the 3-point shot. It's like a long pass. Splash. Threes up, goes down. You know what I mean? Like, you can wait on it. So
yeah.
I wonder if that's, part of it.
Yeah,
And the fact that we
when
have
I
no rules.
used to play ball, we'll have a little part in practice where, all us betting to see who can shoot from half court. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And if you made a shot from half court, that was a big deal. But we didn't go. Man, our coach would take us out of the game. We try some bullshit like that in the game.
These are facts. These are facts.
Our coach, what the fuck you doing shooting all them fucking threes, man? Like we shot threes when it was meant to be.
When you was wide open. When you was wide open, and it's so crazy. Back in our day, shooting threes, even when you was wide open, it was almost like you was shocked. You was that like, oh, y'all gonna give me this?
Then,
okay,
then,
right? Like, you had enough time.
You hit the phone like, no, don't shoot. Because we didn't have
take 2 steps in. Yeah. Take 2 steps. Like, you could have took 2 steps in. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Coach ain't want us. Coach ain't want us shooting that damn far. Even if you was a shooter.
Facts. Listen, shooting a 3 was like crossing the street. You basically had to look both ways first to make sure you were really wide open, and then you proceeded.
We knew Larry Bird could shoot threes, but he wasn't. He still playing inside, and he only shot the 3 when it was necessary. Mm-hmm. Even Reggie Miller, we knew he shot threes, but nowadays it's like, come on, you can't be a fucking 7'5" motherfucker shooting threes.
But you can be now.
You can be
because honestly, why not? Right? Like, that's the way I look at it. Like, why not? Like, who's contested my shot? But granted, if I can think who's contested my shot at the 3-point range, right? Who's also contested my shot inside the hoop? You're gonna make me talk about something I ain't want to talk about yet. Because I do want to talk about those games.
I'm here, man. Maybe we agree. We agree with it. Shit.
I'm gonna tease it. We are gonna talk about the San Antonio Spurs a little bit later into this podcast.
Okay.
The good, the bad, the chess moves that I believe that's going on with Greg Popovich and the phenom that is going to be Victor Wembanyama.
I like him.
I'm gonna mention something that you may have realized it, but you may not have realized. We'll talk about that a little bit. Let's stay All-Star Weekend.
Okay.
All-Star Weekend kind of just wrapped up, right?
Right.
And like I said, I watched it 2 different ways. My 8-year-old eyes loved it because it is a showcase of their athleticism and their skills, their 3-point shots.
Yeah, like you say that. The kid in you watching that stage, you want to be on it.
Yeah.
That's the key.
These 42-year-old lion eyes that I have to take glaucoma medicine for every day. Actually, you know what? It's time for some medication.
Motherfucker. You stupid, bro.
Yeah, these 42-year-old lion eyes of mine that require consistent glaucoma medication. I watched this game and I was like, this is horrible. Like I see what everybody, and I'm telling you, I didn't see what everybody saw at first because I went into watching the live game through my 8-year-old eyes. So I had I can admit to everybody, until I rewatched it, I had blinders on because I fully put myself in my 8-year-old frame.
Yeah.
I had to. Then I watched it again, and I'm looking at this All-Star game, and I'm like, this is basura. Because at first, my 8-year-old eyes thought they were challenging shots. And they were actually at least had their hands up.
Oh no, no.
It wasn't even that. They were literally walking into
They were
walking into wide open shots. It was half the time it was 4-on-2 on defense. And I'm like, this is disgusting. This isn't even practice.
Yeah.
And this is even what made it even worse is that Larry Bird and a couple of other legends went into the locker room.
Right.
Talked to these guys. Was like, yo, let's make this competitive. Let's just try to play out here. And yet you have probably two of the biggest young stars, Anthony Edwards, and one of the more popular ones that's been rising this year in Tyrese Halliburton, talking about nobody wants to play hard because everybody's afraid of getting injured. How about having a competitive nature?
Right.
Like, yo, like I understand because, like I said, the kid in me loved the fact that they put up 200 points because I'm going crazy as an 8-year-old. Oh my God, 200 points! Look at this shit.
The way they putting up the 200 points, like
then the 42-year-old watch these, and I'm like, this is how you put up like this.
Yeah.
Because also, let's not act like there wasn't an All-Star game where Michael Jordan was on, where their team put up 150 points and they played defense.
Correct.
That was a score at 150
and it was
points
a double
in a
overtime game. That was a double overtime. I remember that year.
Was it double overtime? See, I didn't remember that portion.
Yeah.
But I remember the 150. So I'm like, 200 doesn't sound that egregious. If you could have 150 in Michael's era. But when you see how this 200 got done, like you look at it.
Hold on, let me check it out. What it was. Let me get the box score to halftime. Because I think it was fucking 80 points. What, by the fourth quarter? By the first. Let me look at these stats here. Hold on.
Oh, the All-Star game stats?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't have the box score on that one.
Yeah.
We got, and let's let you guys know why you
listen. It was 47-53 by the first quarter. And then it was 104 to 87. That's halftime. 104 to 87. Halftime.
There he goes. Okay. No, I can hear it, but you still can't hear him, Joel?
Because they can't hear me?
For some reason, he can't hear you, but I can hear you perfectly fine. Okay. No, but he's on the video stream. So let's let you guys know. Because bring you guys behind the scene. We are talking to my senior Ohio correspondent, right? You guys know him as Chill Will. Let's go ahead and bring him into the room.
Drop takes, don't you? Drop takes, don't you? Sir, yes, sir! Well, if you're going to drop takes, you might as well go ahead and drop them exhibitiously.
Cleveland! This is for you!
And what he's informing me is that through the call-in line, through Podbean, for some reason they can't hear Marlon through the video line. But I can hear Marlon fine.
Right.
Say that again, Chillwell? No, I have a full call. Did you not? I should. No, he's not on Instagram. There's an actual video line that you could actually join through the video. I've sent this to you. See, this is how you know. It be your own peoples. It be your own people, Marlon. I know you know, Marlon. It be your own peoples.
Who you telling?
I know.
Hey, listen, look, if nobody know that by now, just Jesus. You yeah.
I know, but I've sent you guys the video. I'll read. Hold on, I'm gonna have to. Hold on, let me get on. I'm gonna get on Instagram real quick, right? and I'm gonna send it through the Instagram Messenger. And I've said this to you guys a billion times before, and you guys may not have realized it. But yeah, there's a straight video feed. Yeah, yeah, you can come and do the video line. So guys, I'm gonna get our senior Ohio correspondent. He likes to be isolated to Cleveland, but he really is all things Ohio. Like he's a he. Like if I ask him what a Buckeye is, like he can tell me. And if you could tell me what a Buckeye is, then you're all things Ohio. Like I'm I'm from Brooklyn all day, baby. Brooklyn's a universe, though. You understand? Like Brooklyn's not even the same. Like Brooklyn's not even from this planet, though. Brooklyn, Brooklyn exists in the multiverse of the United States. Okay. But see, if you called me, like, if I came onto your show and you was like, "Hey, I got my senior New York correspondence here," I'm okay with that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, understood. All right, so if you look, chill, Will, in your Instagram messages, you should now see the video feed connect like link to that. You can say that. That's good every single time. See there? I told you. There's only like a dozen people that have access to that, and half of them don't even realize they have access to it. There's only a few of y'all that have it. So let's get back. Let's get back. Let's move back. Let's move back and get back into the All Star game. All right. Like I said, I was gonna talk about the All Star game. I really was gonna bring back up the All Star game because it did just wrap up, and I had to. Last week, like I said, I addressed it from my 8-year-old eyes, and today I had to address it from these adult eyes, and these adult eyes was not pleased. And that's the All Star game. The rest of the weekend, both 8-year-old me, 42-year-old me, loved it.
Okay.
Loved the celebrity games on Friday,
Yeah.
right? Love actually not even that. The Rising Star game
I
was
love
more
that. Yeah,
competitive
I
than
love
the
it.
All Star game.
I love that little format they got.
So if they have to move the All Star game to that format, like that may have to be it.
But
because
the thing
that game,
is, I mean, I'll be good with it, but would it still be? Will motherfuckers still take it serious?
well, if the winner, right, which is now instead of it being 12 people, 15 people, is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're talking about a 7-man squad.
Right? Yeah.
If that now 7-man squad is guaranteed to split $15 million between them and the coaches, $20 million between, whatever it is, $10 million.
Yeah. And then
between
if you
them
say first one to 50,
exactly. So
hell yeah, I'm gonna get out there and
yeah, because now you're talking about a mini tournament,
yeah.
the first rounds were to 40, and then the last game I think was to 30. So if they
25.
won,
It was 25.
well, do the same thing. Have the first game to 30, 40, whatever you want to do, and then honor Kobe, make the last game to 24, like they were trying to do with the final quarter.
Yeah.
Like a couple years ago, make that 24, and there you go. That's a quick game. Not only is that a quick game, right, to 24, that's a quick, intense game.
Intense.
People don't have to worry too much. You're not dragged out. We're like, yo, we got 24 points. That's 8 3-pointers for Steph. He gets hot. It's a wrap.
Right. I agree with that. But at the same time, I think now, one thing I was thinking about, you gotta understand, back in the day when they did All-Star games, it'll be like the players didn't see each other have access to how they do now. So in the 80s and the 90s, if they told me
early 2000s,
if me and you was the two best players in the league, I only knew that from if I seen it on Sports Center or the newspaper. So when I finally go play you, it's going down. I'm like, they say you supposed to be better than me. But now I got so much access to. Okay, I can go to this dude game. Oh hell, we might play with each other all through high school, the AAU tournaments,
Mhm.
all
Exactly.
yeah. So it's not. It don't mean that when I see you at the All-Star game, I'm just look at you like, hey, what's up, man? Instead of it being a competitor, because I don't know you. Now,
And and then not even just from the competitive portion, the marketing portion as well too,
yeah,
where the All Star game used to be that moment, and it's the evolution of the game, television, and everything.
right.
You know, and it's not just the basketball; it's how marketing and consumerism and television and everything has been consumed now. Because what happened is that we went, and it's funny. Somebody posted something the other day, and I completely forgot about this. Right? They were responding to a lyrics of a song, right?
Right.
And I forgot the name of the song, but in the song's intro, she goes, I think it's he or she goes, I watched television till television went off. And I was like, damn, I forgot. Television used to go off.
Okay.
Like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, there was no programming. Nothing.
No, not.
We had that rainbow barcode
What?
or squiggly
Three,
lines
three,
or
4 o'clock in the morning, we got nothing but infomercials.
exactly. Then we got
Telemarketing, yeah, all that shit.
you know,
3, 4 o'clock
and
in the morning.
now and then we progressed to 24/7 programming,
Yeah.
right? But it wasn't 24/7 coverage. It was just 24/7 programming. Now we have 24/7 sports coverage,
Yeah.
and on top of that, now we add social media.
Right.
So now it's 24/7 sports coverage, 24/7 access.
Yeah.
Right, of not just fan to athlete, but athlete to fan base,
Cool.
athlete to demographic.
Right.
So now, when you needed that direct stage of the All Star game, All Star weekend, because it wasn't a whole 10 days off. It was like, hey, you get 3 days off. Let's go get this shit done. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You back to work on Monday. Doubleheader. Bulls. Bulls. Knicks. Celtics. Lakers. Right? Like they did some crazy shit like that. So now these players, all year long, I can touch my demographic. All year long,
Yeah.
I can sell to my fans. All year long, I can tease them with drops and this and that. So I don't need the stage of the All-Star
Like,
game
like I used
to make me
Yeah.
more universal, right? And to get my latest gear out. I've been doing that all year. I got social media to make me universal.
Yeah.
But I got social media to make my drops. You understand? I can do all my exclusives through my YouTube, through my
Power off.
through any of my social medias, right? I can do that now.
Right.
And because of that, they don't need it anymore. And because they don't need it, this is now, it's a week off.
It's only-
Instead of
yeah, exactly.
instead of a week to promote my business, myself, and my brand more, this is a week for me to be praised, in a sense, versus a week for me to show the fans, really what they've been hearing about, they've been seeing about, or they, you know what I mean, what they may have heard or may have not even seen about, but saw about it. But what you may have heard about my game, now you get to see it.
Yeah.
Like you said, we didn't see everybody.
Yeah.
Right? We may have seen
like if
clips,
you-
pieces.
Yeah, say if you a player on a sorry team and they never broadcast your game, but you got picked for the All-Star, they're gonna be like, what the hell you on the team for? So now you finna go out there and show them why the hell you got picked. Cause you gotta remember the Warriors was never must see TV.
I mean, that's tough.
I get what's okay with Tim Hardaway.
Yeah, because I feel like the Warriors have always kind of been must-see TV, but their record never earned them television right. Because I feel like the Warriors through the years have always had these weird, exciting teams that if they're playing, you're like, oh shit, let me go catch Baron Davis and this squad real quick. Like, oh shit, let me go catch Monte Ellis and this squad. You know what I mean? Like, you always had a reason to kind of like peep into
they always had like a player that you did
yeah. Like Phoenix. Like you always kind of like peep into them, even though their records weren't always winning records. They always had a guy. Like they always or their West Coast style of play at the time, which is really which is now the NBA period, right? But their West Coast style of play right, was a little bit different than Cali's. Was a, you know what I mean? That not Cali's, but what happened for the Lakers and Showtime. So he was like, "Oh, let me go see." Especially if you're from the East Coast, where we grinded out everything. Like we were watching run up and down, watching Baron Davis or 6'2" point guards go ahead and yoke it on people. It's like, nah.
Yeah.
Like we had Mark Jackson.
Mark Jackson.
Like we had Mark Jackson. They had Baron Davis. We was not the same. You know, like, but so that's kind of the weird evolution of it. So it's the fruits of the labor of the past have kind of spoiled today's players, and it happens every generation. Every generation is a little bit more
Yeah.
spoiled than the next, a little bit more spoiled. Because I guarantee you, the generation before the last generation was complaining about the last
Oh,
generation,
like
and the one
always,
before them
always.
before them was complaining. You know, and they all have the things like, oh yeah, this has got, and I see it now more because we've now gone through a couple of these changes.
Right. Because I was just even saying that to my I look at like my uncles and how they used to listen to all the old school music. I'd be like, what the fuck y'all doing? Listen to this old shit. But guess what? I'm like that to my nieces and nephews with the bullshit they listen to. I'm like, what the
Mhm.
fuck is this? They'll say,
This
okay,
is
what I'm listening to is bullshit. I'm like, no, what y'all got nowadays is bullshit. But I was saying that to the older generation. What the fuck is this y'all listening to? Now I appreciate what the hell they were listening to because I'm listening to the old shit now.
facts, and you listen to today's shit like, see, I do the same exercise with today's music. Sometimes I can't listen to it
Ugh.
through these 42-year-old ears. What I have to, cause I catch myself. This is what I always say to myself. When I catch my elders' words coming out of my mouth,
Yeah,
I need to step back and reevaluate the situation real quick.
yeah.
Right? When I catch those words that they used to say, but like, you know what? Damn it. Because I remember my response back then, right? It was like, nah, y'all just listening to what's on the radio. And
Yeah.
that's all you hear. You're not hearing
I
their
mean,
albums.
I
When you
took,
hear the album actually is something produced with meaning. So I've had to come to that realization, like, okay, you know what? Let me not judge some of these people based off of their radio stuff, because that's all I'm hearing.
yeah.
Let me go listen. Let me go listen to this whole album. Coil Ray. I'm like, oh, you're kind of catchy. You pulled 12 different old school tracks, which makes your like her album attractive to to the old school niggas, like or to old heads, I feel like. Because it's not just that Busta Rhyme track. She pulled some NWA track and she pulls a Mary track. Like she has a couple of tracks where she rap. I'm like, oh, okay. I feel like you start feeling it before you even heard a word. Because but it's the same thing we used to do though. Remember, like we were still in like some Puffy was notorious from this. It just shifted from Puffy to Benzino, right? Why is Benzino beefing with Eminem?
Yo, I forgot about it. I'm
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yo, why
do
is
whatever you gotta do to
we
stay relevant. You get what I'm saying?
Oh man, I'm seeing a couple of the birthday people, right? I'm seeing them pop up. I just seen Chris pop up. I seen Chandra pop up. I see you guys. Thank you guys for watching and listening. Oh man, yo, I could not believe that he is beef with Eminem, and then his he's using Eminem's diss tracks with Britney Spears to go against him. Like, you realize that cross-dressing thing you're showing is when he was dissing Britney Spears. Like, and he did it for the music video. It's not like he played a whole role. Like, it's like, come on. I'm like, Benzito, you were whack then and you're whack now. I'm sorry. I have to say. I'm, like you understand? His daughter in 1 year is more popular than Benzino has ever been.
Mhm. Mhm.
I'm gonna go back and listen. I'm gonna go back. Now, Marlon, can you hear him?
Nah, I can't hear nobody. I can only hear you.
But you can't hear me?
Yeah, I can
Oh,
hear
you.
you.
Oh, wait.
I can't hear him.
Okay.
I just think it's just me and you on here.
So I wonder how this is gonna work. Listen. I'm gonna have to let this go back and listen to the real because I'm hearing both of you fine, but you can't hear him and he can't hear you, and you can't hear him and he can't hear you. But it's okay. It's all right. I'll make it work. I'll make it work. Listen, if y'all start talking over each other, like I'll direct traffic like a motherfucker. You know, I'll start giving answers and stuff. We got rabbit popping up in
Yeah, but the main thing I want to discuss too, man, look, we should have had the video up, but I thought the dunk contest was great this year.
Yeah, give me one second, Marlon. So see, Chill Will. I know you said you never used it before. That's the and maybe you may remember now. Remember, I kept on telling y'all I got another platform, so you guys didn't have to worry about the memory issues that Podbean brought. Remember, KJ was always complaining about Podbean's memory. So that's the reason why I also came up with this one because this one is a web interface, so you don't have to worry about downloading the app. But the thing about it though is that you can't, like with Podbean, you can go ahead and put it in the background and you can still function. This one you can't put in the background. You have to be live and active with it. But it does make it web based, so you don't have to worry about eating up space on your phone or whatever device that you have. What's going and I also mentioned it earlier too. We have Jessica Rabbit. You guys know her. She's a regular on Monday nights when we do the podcast live from Sharky's. She's always there. And as you guys know, she has her own podcast as well. You guys make sure you go check her out on YouTube and you check out the show as well. It's called the Yo Rabbit podcast. That's our radio show. And you guys make sure that you guys go ahead and you got check it out and you listen, you like, you subscribe, you follow, you hit that, you hit that subscribe button. That way you can hear that bing bong every time they go on. Same thing for Marlon. When first chance you get, you make sure you let the people know how they can find you as well. Make sure you take that chance out and you let people know as well. Don't skip this. If I forget, you make sure you remind me, like, hey yo, can I get a little shout out? Like, yes, it's always a yes. Listen, love is love, love is love, love is love here. We spread love is the Brooklyn way. Not the New York way, the Brooklyn way. Very specific. Oh man. So, Marlon, my bad. Before I cut you off, you was talking about the All-Star game. What were you saying again about the All-Star game?
Yeah, but with me, I thought the dunk contest was good this year.
I did enjoy it. It wasn't like, so again, take all the names out, right? If you care about who's a who or whatever it is, just look at the phenom of dunking and jumping.
There you go.
This is a good performance.
And I think the dunk contest is just easy for bitches to complain about. Like, because one everybody can't do it, and they always going to complain about it. Because even when Jaylen Brown got announced for the dunk contest, first thing I said, he ain't gonna be impressive, but they might give it to him because of who he is, and I think you can see that he knew that. He had to do nothing good, but they just knew he were gonna give it to him because he Jaylen Brown. And all this,
right? They will definitely get behind him.
Yeah. So, and I think Mac, Jacob Toppin, and Haquez, they knew that shit. they knew that. You can watch that. I guarantee you, they changed their whole routine when they seen the fix was in for Jaylen Brown to win.
Listen, Jaylen Brown definitely got to the last round.
He wasn't supposed to get there.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah, that was supposed to Obi. I was calling Obi Toppin's little brother because I'm the Knicks fan, so I'm like, oh, I but
I think
Jacob
Obi should have been in it anyways. If it was in Indiana,
facts. Yo, dunk off between
At least that would have gave Indiana fans something to cheer about.
Because Indiana was everywhere else. They were in the Rising Star game.
Yeah.
They were in the 3-point contest. they were in the All-Star game. Halliburton was in the All-Star game.
Yeah, he was there.
Yeah. So
They won the
why
steal
didn't you have?
contest.
Yeah. So why didn't you have? Why did you have Obi Toppin in the slam dunk contest? Because also imagine the storyline of having brothers in the slam dunk contest.
There you go.
Like you having all these other shit, all these other problems of selling it. Brothers, fucking brothers,
Compete, yeah.
right? In the slam dunk contest, and you missed this.
Yeah.
Obi Toppin must have been injured. Obi must have been injured. Like there's no like unless he gave his spot to his brother. Like that's the only thing. But you should have had brothers there. It should have been Obi Toppin, Jacob Toppin, McClung, and then I guess Jaylen Brown. Jaime Hawkins didn't quite need to be there either. I guess you just needed to get the Florida Mexican demographic.
He did pretty good. But I just think it's just with me. I love the dunk contest so much. So whoever they put in it. No, with YouTube, I'm gonna go on YouTube to see who. Okay, if I'm not familiar with the cat, I'm gonna just see what he used to do. I'm not just gonna write it off and say, okay, man, this shit for to be trash, this for to be garbage. Because what y'all don't understand is y'all expecting these dudes, the dude never before seen dunks in like a week. And then even if so, you've been done practice that dunk all day, and then get out there, don't get no reaction. And they'd be like, what the hell was that? I'm like, look, it took me a month to learn this dunk.
Yeah, because honestly, the only guy that you would think had a whole year to prepare would have been Big Mac, right? Matt McClung, because in his head he kind of knows, I'm doing this again. I'm in the G League. They asked me to do this again. I'm reigning defending champion. He's the only guy that has a year.
And basically, Mac he's a professional dunker.
Yeah,
that's it.
But that's what they need to do too. Like if you can't draw the star power, or the stars of the NBA can't draw the creativeness to do this, the ones that can do it, then start just bringing in some professional dunkers. Because again, it's an event. Nah. It's an event.
No.
The way that you can make a G League guy get some dunk off the street and help make him.
So you think even when they announce an NBA G League player, they crapping on that. What makes you think somebody off the streets can bring in viewers? Just because y'all see what they doing on YouTube?
See, I don't care about them bringing in viewers so much as them giving the opportunity to build somebody. If your stars won't appreciate the opportunity, give somebody else where this. Because we just talked about what this used to do for players. If this no longer can produce that for players, how about you give this opportunity to somebody that it can produce it for? And there's some professional, and that's what I mean more for it. So it's not so much about, because I think the draw may just be, who's this professional? Like, you can get, if they are willing to bring untalented, lip singing, non-dancing ass broad to the All-Star game.
It won't be the NBA dunk contest no more.
Then they need to have an NBA celebrity dunk contest.
Oh yeah, I mean,
where you get football players now, you get baseball players. You get the not the Chad Ochocinco's, but stupid. That's just my phone's ringtone notification. It does its own thing, and it is on automatic. I do not touch it. It just has its own perfect timing. But my popcorn guy, and what's his name? He still thinks he can play. Why is his name slipping me? The wide receiver. Terrell Owens. Right? You could get the version of Terrell Owens in that dunk contest. Get the celebrity off the street. Right? But it can still be a dunk contest. But it doesn't have to be the NBA slam dunk contest because, like I said, if the players aren't taking it serious anymore, give the opportunity to somebody else.
Okay.
Get a G League guy. Get the guy off the street.
All right. So say okay, if you everybody in the world swear they want to see Anthony Edwards in it. He know damn well he's not a slam dunk contest dunker. He's only good at dunking on people. He knows the contest is not for him.
It used to be for him.
He's not a creative
It used-
dunker.
like you understand? This slam dunk contest should be even though I know he's injured, it should be John Morant, it should be Fat Fareed, um, Zion Williamson, and it should be Anthony Edwards. And as well as McClung. Like that should be it.
Zion, I can agree.
Yeah, Zion, John Morant, and Anthony Edwards. Well, along as McClung. That should be the
But
four.
then,
Like that's honest.
yeah,
That's
I
honestly
understand
right
that.
now the four that I can honestly say I want to see in a dunk off. That's the people's choice right now.
That's a people choice. But then with how this world is, all of them they gonna have to understand. Like, hey, listen, all y'all dunks cannot be 50s. That's gonna be the problem. Cause think about it. Think about it, T. What dunk might be good to you might be you might say a dunk is a 50, but I'll come back and say, bro, that was a 45.
Well,
See, now you get what I'm saying.
listen, this
what
is also
impressed
why,
you might not impress me. Well,
and it's okay though. That's the reason why you have a panel of four, a panel of five, and that's the reason why they also put in that thing where you can't give anybody a score lower than 6 or something like that.
no,
Like it's some built-in
they
rule.
on it's 40 through 50, which I think that is the best because I can tell you if a dunk is a 45 or 46, 47. But if a dunk is a 9 and you miss it when it really is a 10, you can't judge like that. I can tell you right. I can tell you right now, straight up. Hey, that dunk was a 48. But then if somebody jumped from the free throw line, I can't get him a 9 or 8 from jumping from the free throw line.
These are facts. Yeah. The fact that they are continuously always taking, and I get it. Like for entertainment purposes, the slam dunk contest just looks cleaner, and it gives off more. It gives off more of a pop when everybody makes their dunk on the first try.
No. Because they don't.
But that can't happen all the time.
The way dunks is now, you gotta watch that replay to see what a motherfucker just did before you, because like I think
you know what? I didn't even take that.
Yeah, Victor Oladipo when he was in it, he tried to do a 7.25-40. He had to miss it for people to catch on to what the hell he did. So that built up anticipation, and even though he missed it, he made it, and that became a 50, which rightfully is a 50. But if he would have just walked in, did the dunk, everybody just would have been like, "Oh,
yeah, they would have slept on it."
Nah.
Like I said, about a couple of Dwight Howard dunks. I think one of Dwight Howard's backboard dunk, a cupcake dunk, was same thing. Like things like that had to be watched on replay, to fully understand the grasp of it. Because in real motion, you didn't realize that a guy jumped up, blew out a candle, and then dunked the ball.
He just walked up and dunked the ball. I can do that.
Yeah. To get up there, like, oh shit, okay,
correct. Yeah.
Like, so I'm gonna switch up, right? I'm gonna switch up from the All-Star game for a little bit, and I want to talk about a couple of All-Stars in a different league, right? Because in the NCAA, girls gone wild. It's something. It means something completely different, right?
Okay.
Like when we talk about girls gone wild, we're talking about superstar athletes on the collegiate level doing their thing.
Okay.
And can I tell you, I've been wanting to talk about this for a while now.
Okay.
Caitlin Colbert. Clark. I'm about to call her Clarkson.
I've been watching.
Caitlin Clark. She came in this year with a LeBron status, right?
Right.
Meaning that she had the opportunity to become the all-time scoring leader in women's NCAA basketball. The record she would have been beating was Kelsey Plum's 3,527.
Right.
About 10 days ago, they played Michigan. She comes into this game needing 8 points to break this record.
Okay.
7 minutes and 45 with 7 minutes and 45 seconds left to go in the game, in the first quarter, I should say, she broke this record. She scored the first 8 points for her team. She needed 8. She scored the first 8 points for her team. The bucket that breaks the record is one of those Damian Lillard game winners over Paul
yeah.
George go home shots. She shot it from there. Yeah. Like it was nothing.
Yeah.
And then proceeds to drop another 41 points the remainder of the game. So right now she broke Kelsey Plum's record. She's now sitting at 3,593 points. Right?
Right.
You realize she has an opportunity not just to break the women's record.
Men's also.
She also has yes. She also has an opportunity to break the men's record. Pete Maravich's record.
Right.
3,667. 3,667. She is basically 670 points away. And she drops 40 points regularly. like she's one of them. Yeah. And we're talking about, like I said, like this is one of those games, and it's kind of refreshing sometimes when you see players that not only are in the moment but appreciate the moment that they're in.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that was her. Is that she fully understood and realized the kind of game that this was.
Right.
So like I said, she goes in there, and immediately she knows I need 8. She knows I need 8 points. She goes out there and gets 8 quickly. Quick. First 8 points for the team. Like she's single-handedly beating Michigan at this point. Then understanding, right? Get the ball. Their next possession, they get the ball. They celebrate. Give her time out to give her roses.
Yeah.
But then understanding, this means nothing. Nothing. I mean nothing if I don't get this W. Right? Like seriously, it means nothing without the dub. And she goes out there. What does she do? Gets the dub as well. Not only gets the dub, 41 more points. So what I'm telling you is that she scored 49 points for the night. After she had her 8 record-breaking points, she dropped 41 extra. That's 49 points. She damn near dropped 50 on them.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm going to come back and I'm going to talk about her in a second. Only because I'm just matching races right now, right? She's like the Larry Bird of the NCAA right now, of college.
Okay.
She has a magic. And that's LSU star Angel Reese.
Oh yeah.
We see these two teams play match up in the tournament last year, right?
Right.
So we should be if this is your first time, if you've been following a couple of years, so we've seen this matchup already, and we know that these two ladies are probably set to collide heads again in the tournament this year. Angel Reese puts up her seventh 20 points and 20 rebound game. This game, she had 25 points, 20 rebounds against Auburn. Auburn as a team had 28 rebounds. And she had 20 solo. Another game that they win. But the thing that brings me not to for Angel Reese is because it isn't just about her greatness on the court, right? She posed the question that everybody wants to know on her own social media. And that was, should I stay or should I go? And that is a good question.
Yeah.
Even though she's a senior right now, she currently has one extra year of eligibility
Yeah.
because of COVID. Right, all the players had that extra year of eligibility now because of COVID, so she has another year that she can stay in college.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Caitlin Colbert as well became eligible this year as well because you become eligible with 3 years of college or age 22.
Two.
She turned 22 now. This is her first year of eligibility. For both of these women, if they go into the WNBA, they are taking approximately a $500,000 per year pay cut.
Mm. Yeah.
Caitlin makes, let's see, Caitlin makes 739,000, and I grossly and I grossly like downplay these numbers. Angel Reese makes 1.7 million.
Mm.
Just to let you know, Bronny Jr., who averages 5.1 points per game, gets like 17 mil a year. Just to let you guys know,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
like he's not even like think about, he's not even the best player
Yeah.
or anything like that, right? Yeah, you heard these numbers I just gave you. He's not even the best player. He gets like he's not on his team in the country, like in his family, right? Right? He's getting 17 mil. These two ladies are the best two players in the country. I just told you, one's a former champion. The other one just broke the all-time women's scoring record, and is probably going to break the men's scoring record. I don't know if Bronny's going to break 1,000 points this right before he makes it into the NBA.
And interesting in his defense, he not trying to be the best player in the league. In the country. So I mean, I guess when you're LeBron's son, everybody expect.
Or at least the advertisers come after you and give you the money.
Yeah,
Because like I said, I kind of like we're talking about 1.7. That's the fact that that's a pay cut because the average salary for a rookie is about 250,000
right.
in the WNBA right now. So like I said, so
But then you gotta think too. Now they season only about what 3 months.
It is a very short season. It is a very short season,
Yeah,
and
they only got what 20 games, and then the playoffs.
40 games maybe.
I don't think it's
30, 40 games. And just let you guys know, right? And I tell everybody this because I buy it even though I may only watch a fifth of the games. You could get the whole entire season package for $25.
Yeah,
The whole season.
hell, that's what.
Now it used to be less than that, right? But they made some format changes which added to the price. Because you used to be able to get it for like $17. And every single year I get it because hey, I gotta support these ladies. It's just me.
Yeah,
It's just me.
and then even if at the WNBA season, why you think you see them going to Russia and the Chinese league? The cover because the WNBA were not paying nothing. So let me go to China.
I forgot who it was, but there was a WNBA player that just went over there for a quick 3 months, right? Whatever it's going to be for a quick. I forgot it was quick 30 days. It was either 30 days or 3 months. It was something with a 3 in it. It was either 30 days or 3 months, but it's automatically it was going to be like three. It was either 3 mil per year or 3 mil per month or something like that. So 3 mil per month. So I think she was getting a 3 mil for that 1 month or $9 million to play those 3 months. It was some crazy shit like that. Which is basically more than way more than what she's made. She go overseas real quick, make that bread. That's what a lot of them do. Go overseas real quick, make their bread, because that's how they make enough money to maintain a basketball player's athlete's lifestyle. An athlete's lifestyle is expensive, like an actor's lifestyle. Until you start, we heard what's her name, Tajay. Forgot her last name. When you heard her talking about it, she's broken out her economics in times before she made bigger bucks. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I have to move. After I moved, that's first, last, and security. There was 10 grand out of the 60 grand that I was promised. My son needed to go to private school. There goes 40 grand of that. I still had to pay this person. I still had to pay. I had to pay a trainer, a designer, a publicist, and this like that. Next thing you know, all of that advance money is gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but kudos to them. But they both are deciding. Angel Reese put the question out there, but you have to assume Caitlin Colbert is not Caitlin Colbert. Caitlin Colbert is a good friend of mine. Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark. You have to assume that she's kind of asking herself the same question too. Should I stay or should I go? Both can come back next year, and I've said this from the very beginning of NIL. If you don't have to rush to the league, why? If you can soap up this college experience, soak it up.
Yeah.
Like stay the because this is what one of the things I wanted about NIL is that I'm hoping it leads to more players staying 3 and 4 years, even amongst the ranks of the men, because that's what we used to have. If you want to get that back from back in the day, start paying players. You start seeing a lot more players decide, hey, maybe I don't need to go play for the Detroit Pistons. I can stay in UC. Stop it, phone. I can stay here at UCLA and be okay and make some decent money here as the top guy on campus, but knowing I'm not going to go to the second round or whatever it is.
Right. Yeah. I get that because I always feel you in college, you should be able to get at least something that's
something.
Yeah.
It's the only place where you can't make money from your internship, technically.
Yeah.
like I go to my internship, I like this, and I can't make any money.
Yeah,
damn.
And then you find out, okay, this guy invested in me. Because at the end of the day, listen, I still needed money to eat, buy clothes, but now you want to suspend me because I took money from this guy? Like, come on, like I'm 4 years straight and ain't bringing $1, and y'all only paying me, keeping me around just to play basketball.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm bringing y'all revenue in. I'm bringing in revenue to y'all. People coming to the games to see me.
And not getting a dime.
And not getting a dime. So that's why I understood them players, if they had to have a booster. Hey, listen, yeah. This guy gonna give me what, $30,000, take care of me while I'm in college, and all I got to do is pay him back, cause he got connections for me to get drafted. He can guarantee I get drafted.
That's true. Listen, it's like I said, I've been 100% for the NIL, and for all of the good and bad, it's going to initially bring, because it's going to bring a wave of a lot of a roller coaster of a lot of positive and negative things on both sides.
The only thing I don't agree about it is that when it comes to wrestling, that when it comes
to what?
When it comes to wrestling, because I'm like, now you want to get all these people out of college who really ain't got shit to do with wrestling, no kind of wrestling experience.
When it comes, okay.
But you're gonna invest. But you're gonna invest in these. Listen, this person just want to play baseball and track, but now you're gonna sign them to train to wrestle. Hey, go for the indie. Go for the guys that's on the indie scene.
That too.
But then it's a way you
and they're gonna get that. They're gonna get that. They're gonna get that. You know what? I'm glad you brought that into wrestling, because I don't always get I was gonna ask you about the nephews too. I was gonna make sure I asked you about the nephews. I said, trust me, I was not gonna let that pass.
What,
I was gonna ask you about the nephews and how they doing. I've been seeing them. Yeah. When it comes to wrestling, right? And I see what you're saying, but I'm asking because I've talked about this a couple of times. Is that people don't realize how heavy NFL, I'm not NFL, the WWE scouts or wrestling scouts, they really do scout hard. Yeah. So I understand what you're saying with the NIL, but they're there anyway. When the NFL has their combine, there's WWE scouts there. When baseball, NBA have their combine, there's WWE scouts there.
Yeah.
When track and field is in its highest, and their and scouts right there, WWE has scouts there. So they're always looking in in every shape and walk and form for a great athlete. Period.
Sure.
To be able to give an opportunity, because in a weird way, I do say this: wrestling, in a weird way, is a traveling circus. Right? You have your strong man, you have your strong women, you have your bearded women, you have your high flyers, your tightrope walkers, your animal tamers, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. You get it. Listen,
I'm saying
you
this
get
in a
it all. You
positive
get
way.
it all in wrestling.
Right? Yeah, you right, but but ultimately you get walks from all life.
Life,
So
yeah.
I can see so it helped, and we've seen in the past. How else do you get a Bianca Belair if you're not there at the, you know what I mean, at there watching track and field sometimes, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
because
And
she didn't have no kind of wrestling experience.
exactly. So, but you get somebody like that, and granted, this could have been people that was coming in silver, bronze sometimes, right? Because you're there scouting, you
Scout.
see that, okay, maybe they not the gold person, but damn shit. What separated gold and silver, or gold and bronze, was 4.2, and they ran a 4.4. I'll take it, right? Or I'll take the guy that runs a 4.7. I'll take this behemoth that the NFL scouts passed up on.
Pass
Like,
that
oh, it's
on.
okay. We'll teach him how to wrestle. Put him to the school. Let's see if you can take to this.
Yeah.
Right? Now, granted, we know in the past Vince will force some of these guys on us. I don't think that these guys are going to be forced in anymore, right? Or forced upon us. Like if Vince always had that body type, and he will always force that body type person onto us as wrestling fans. Like,
Yeah.
sorry?
Yeah. I mean, because the thing I feel like now that I'm getting older and understand it, like you gotta. When I tell my little nephew, he's like, you gotta understand. I come from
I see you, Chill Will.
when we legit thought about wrestling, we thought the shit was real. You get what I'm saying? And by saying real, we thought it was just a simple fight. Hulk Hogan fight Warrior. That's a legit fight. We thinking, but nowadays it's like
Back up some, Chill Will.
Shit, my bad. I got the
Yeah,
goddamn phone.
oh, I'm like,
All right, motherfuckers
like,
like, yeah, my bad.
yeah, it's like when you call your parents on the phone, like, yo, you up the motherfucker, like, hey, what's up? Can you hear me? Like, what's going on? But there goes our senior Ohio correspondent. We got Chill Will in the building. Yeah, this is the video line. The video line has always been available.
I never seen this shit. I mean, you probably had it in there, but I seen it, but I didn't see it. I didn't know what it was. The shit was through Instagram, though. I don't know what it's through, but whatever. We're here
No,
now.
not through Instagram. I mean, I have an Instagram feed up as well, but it's not
Mm-hmm.
through Instagram.
Okay, cool.
Not.
Yeah, I might have to show my homie this because he's been trying to get us to do a video thing like this. And I think YouTube, you need a certain amount of followers to be able
Oh
to
yeah,
do this
tell me.
shit.
Yeah, so let's let you guys know I'm using Restream,
Gotcha.
and
Free stream.
with Restream, then Restream allows you also not only to produce everything live, but also share live as well to your other formats. So as I produce here, this is what pushes to YouTube, pushes to my both Facebook accounts, push to my Twitch account, and also pushes to my Twitter account, all at the same time as well. And then it's supposed to incorporate all comments as well from all of those and bring them into me as they come as well. So like, that's what I use Restream for. So that's how I get everything out there.
Yeah.
You get your paid subscription through Restream.
Cool.
I used to do some backwards shit. I used to like go through OBS, push through Restream this month, and I was like, wait a minute, I can do this all through Restream, and so I use them now. And they're the ones that even provide the ways to do the captions, the tickler at the bottom that you can see. This is all available through Restream.
Right to that.
So they also allow for a production element as well into it. Yep. Okay. So back into who were we talking about? Where did we just leave off at? Cause we went left field, didn't we? We definitely just went
Yeah,
left
we
field,
did.
didn't we? It's okay. I've told people a million times on this show. My first love was baseball, so that means at any point in time we can go left field. It just happens.
Baseball. Yeah, you from New York. Only people from New York love baseball because that's the only thing they win in.
But, listen, you know what? You know what?
Facts.
You know what? I'm actually kind of glad you're here because
Cleveland!
you guys aren't getting the respect you should.
We shouldn't. We gonna lose in the first round again. That's it.
You guys aren't getting quite the no because you know what happened? I started looking at this through Knicks colored eyes, right? Through orange and blue eyes, sky eyes, and I'm looking at how they've been talking about like when we were on our little I don't want to say little run, but when we was on our run, like winning 8 of our 9 games, or whatever. You guys had just started like 5 of 6, and had where do you go?
He left
He
out.
left. Yeah.
Hey, bro,
Right.
I got to handle something. So would I be able to just jump right back in, or you have to?
Yeah.
Would you? Would you send me back like a link?
No, you should be able to join right back in from the same feed. Like if you keep that,
Okay.
if you keep that link that I sent you, like start or whatever, anytime that I'm on, if you click on that, you'll be able to join in.
Okay. All right, bet.
Like I said, that's a person that's a private pass to the podcast.
Okay, cool. All right, no, I hit you.
We do OPP over here, other people's podcasts. Give a shout out of your show before we leave.
Oh yeah, subscribe, Lumbar TV. You know we got big things going on. We just ain't been advertising like how we should, but yeah, we've been on the scene lately. So
All right, Pippin, I appreciate you coming. So like I said, I'll probably be on here for like another hour or so.
all right, bet that up.
So, all right. So if you want to come back and join, you're more than welcome to come back today or any other time.
For sure.
Appreciate you. All right, Pippin. 1. All right, so let's go ahead and get back into it. Let's go ahead and get back in. So I don't know if Chill Will can still hear me, but it's ironic to me. I was thinking about this through Knicks colors eyes, right? Through these orange and blue lenses of mine. And I was thinking to myself that when the Knicks were on their run, the Cleveland Cavaliers was also on a run too. And the Knicks have now been on a little losing streak since they've been riddled, like completely riddled with injuries. Cleveland has continued winning. And the spot, and I feel like even the love that the Knicks were getting, I think should have shifted to Cleveland. It really should have shifted, but I understand. I understand what happens, right? Cleveland isn't always the sexy market to talk about, right? When it comes to ratings or television ratings or even I want to say sometimes even teasing a program, right? To try to get viewers to I don't want to say want to tune in, but to schedule a tune in. Right? I think it sounded like Chill Will just came back. Yeah, he did. There you go. Yeah, so I feel like it was weird that after the Knicks fell off, that that energy didn't automatically kind of shift to Cleveland as they were doing the same thing that the Knicks were just being talked about, praised about, and hyped about doing. And you guys are still doing it. Like you guys have been on a nice little run lately. Actually, let me pull this up. Because I guarantee you for your last 10 games, you're probably 9-10. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but that don't mean shit. No, none of this mean shit. No, none of this shit count.
Only because you're a Cleveland fan, why I'm going to allow you to say that. And with you saying that, I will come back and say that, yeah, as a Knicks fan, we feel that if we see you in the playoffs, we whooping that ass again. Right? Like, so, yeah. I'll let you talk about your team. I ain't gonna talk about your team.
I'm not optimistic because we fucking like the whole league soft, but the Knicks are probably, the one of the least soft teams. If you had to label like a soft order, they wouldn't be at the top of the list. Like I feel like we would probably be at the bottom ish of the list.
So while you're one of the better defensive teams and better offensive teams, and it looks like you guys play from across
No, I'm talking
from
about.
across.
I'm not talking about offense and defense. I'm talking about soft and like
I don't know.
that's the difference. Like you can be great fundamentally. Like you know, I used to go. That's how I used to be. Like we would get beat by fundamentals, and a lot of times, like growing up, I'm from the inner city. One thing you could beat the inner city schools with was fundamentals and coaching. We ain't had no coaching, and we ain't had no sense. But one thing wasn't gonna be is soft. We was going out there, whether it's football, basketball, we was out there rough. We're gonna play some defense. We're gonna hit you in your mouth. We're gonna bust your ass, especially in football. They always say, "Man, y'all can hit. Oh my gosh, y'all can hit." But the score beat 70 to fucking 20 or some shit like, you know what I'm saying? So it's a difference between, I'm talking about soft. Like when you meet certain teams, you just can't be soft. And that's a matchup problem. New York's our matchup problem. It, can we beat Giannis? No. Can we beat Embiid? Possibly. But that's a rough stretch. You know what I'm saying? So can we beat Boston? So you gotta be realistic about it. Shit, we barely can get past Trey, whoever the fuck, your favorite guy.
Trey,
Yeah, your
oh,
favorite
Trey,
guy,
oh,
your favorite player. Yeah. So yeah, so I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know about that shit. We just gotta prove it, man. We got developing rising stars. If we keep those guys together, it'd be fine. But who knows? Y'all swear y'all gonna get Donovan Mitchell. I don't think he's gonna leave. I don't think he's gonna leave though. But y'all can fuck if y'all get Donovan Mitchell and Embiid, y'all probably still gonna fucking lose to
you know what I hate you.
the Giannis.
Listen,
The Dame and
I don't,
Giannis get it together. It's a problem.
yeah, I don't think that we're in the running to get Donovan Mitchell anymore. I think, cause I think based off our last couple moves, and I may have to double check, the money may not be there anymore.
Mm.
So I think
But
they've.
y'all had to pay Brunson. That would make no sense.
Well, Brunson came over. What, we paid him 25 mil,
When y'all first came up, he got how many years on this contract?
a 4-year
Oh, I thought
contract.
he came off an old contract. Well, you're right, because he did when
They was giving him. Yeah, he came off of peanuts. Everybody at the Knicks.
he gonna want some
So
more money though, probably. You have to end up paying both of them. At one point,
yeah,
he gonna come up soon. Like, well, listen, I'm the man on this team. I want some max man money.
and he's gonna get it because his daddy works for the team too. He's gonna listen.
But
It's not even gonna. He don't even have to come off like that. It's just gonna be like his dad is in management. He's gonna be like, hey, it's coming up that time to go pay Jalen. We have to make sure we do right by
mm,
him. Right? Like he don't gotta say shit
mm,
because also when Jalen Brunson is over here complaining to the referees, his dad is also over there talking about stop bitching.
mm.
And he'll be like, and then go out there and just start cooking. You know what I mean? Like so.
Yeah,
That's what.
he's the guy you want in New York, though. Like I'm gonna tell you this, he
He's the kind of guy you want in
he's
New
the
York. Yeah.
guy you want in New York. Like he's the quintessential fucking hooper, like a straight fucking. Like where's he from?
New York.
Is he?
If I'm not mistaken, he was born while his dad still played for the Knicks.
Mm. Either way, man, he's cut
So,
from a different cloth.
yeah. So if you don't know the story,
I mean, I
the
know the
story.
story about him and his father. How his father was, everybody see that about how he developed them and got them together.
No. Like the 7 degrees of separation that connects him to the Knicks. Not
Mm,
only did his dad play for the Knicks, right? But the guy that's the president for the Knicks organization, Leon Rose,
mm,
his first client was also Rick Brunson, who's his dad.
mm,
So that's also what now. So he grew up. So his dad used to play for the Knicks. His dad, Rick, he knows Leon from
mm,
giving his being the first agent that dealt with his dad to help his dad get that money that help provide the lifestyle that he grew up loving. Shit
mm.
like that. So yeah, his dad was part of the Knicks. He knew Leon Rose. That's the reason when Dallas fumbled the ball on him, everybody's like, oh yeah, we knew. Oh, we're gonna get Jalen Brunson. He wanted to be a Knick. His dad works for the Knicks. So in a weird way, that what also helps too is that he's playing for people he don't want to disappoint. Like
Yeah,
his
because
dad,
he wasn't like that in Dallas, bro. I'm
he
sorry.
maybe you didn't see
It's
all of
hard
it.
though. It's hard though with Luca because you ain't got the ball in your hand.
So what happened is that the time that you saw this with him is when Luka went out injured in that first round of the playoffs, and he carried them back through the first round, and he was putting up 30 points a game, 25 points per game. You know, like he started cooking then, and so that's what started opening people's
Who's
eyes.
that coach? Who's that coach now?
It was Kid, not Kid, yeah, Kid. It was Kid.
Mm.
It was still
So what
Kid.
do you do though? What do you do in that situation? Because they can't shine on the same team.
Well, what ended up happening is
Not
that
would you give Luka the ball like that?
they didn't offer him a contract.
Well, I want to know if it would have been even then. Like he should have been shining. Like as good as he is, he should. Like I'm not saying he didn't do well. I'm
But
just saying he wasn't that guy at the
yes,
time. So
yeah. He you didn't see all of this, but you saw the glimpse because you have to figure if they bring him as a point guard, right? They draft him as a point guard, and Luka's your point guard. He
mhm,
only gets time coming off the bench. It's not like Kyrie. Kyrie comes in and he plays shooting guard. Like you can
mhm,
play you at shooting guard, so he doesn't really interrupt that. So like I said, he never really got his burn until he never really got his shine and his burn until Luka got injured. And then when it did happen, it happened on the biggest stage in the playoffs, and he ended up winning
mhm.
the series. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
I didn't even. I ain't gonna cap. I didn't know. I ain't watched that at all.
yeah, so then because he beat. Wait, was that last year or the year before? Then, because I want to say he very specifically beat 1 year Donovan Mitchell while he was still playing in Utah and eliminated.
Mm,
Like I think like he even won a series specifically against him. Like outplayed him in
mm.
West Coast or whatever. Right? I want to say he beat him in college too. I want to say he's been beating Donovan Mitchell's ass his whole career. Like at every level. Like
Mm.
I feel like they've matched up a couple of times, but yeah, so he
You
balled
could
out.
argue. You could argue that he's a better all around player for sure.
Listen, Donovan Mitchell's like this is one of those things. Because Donovan
I
Mitchell
would
is
not want to trade him out. The value you're gonna get from Jalen Brunson, especially what you're paying him, you're gonna get Donovan max deal. You're not gonna get the value at what you're paying. And they kind of play similar positions. I don't know. I don't know how that we work. Like you're gonna regulate Donovan Mitchell, who's really a point guard, should be learning how to play point guard. He should be a dominant point guard in this league. He's playing like a two. The short two is never good. You're never going to win a championship with the short two,
never,
ever,
never.
ever.
I don't
So
like
these guys need to pick a lane. Unless you're Curry, Steph fucking Curry. But you know what I'm saying? Maybe, but
which
that's the exception to the rule.
let's also put Curry in also the proper place that he is. The best
Hmm.
shooter ever. So
Right, right.
you because I also say the same thing about point guards. Most point guards that are good in this league, you're not winning with the point guard being your best player. You're not
Never,
winning.
ever.
The only
Never.
time it's happened when it came to these 2 point guards, one of them was the best shooter ever,
And the best defensive play,
right?
the best defensive prospect at his position.
And
Maybe
the other
almost,
one was Isaiah Thomas.
yeah, but
Like
the best
those are the
defensive
two.
player, like the best, yeah, that's right. Two legends, like complete
Defense,
legends.
best like,
Top 5 at the position.
because Isaiah Thomas is also the only guy in the top 5 of assists, right? Single season, not named John Stockton.
Say it again.
He's also one of the only. If I'm not mistaken, Isaiah Thomas is the only point guard in single season assist in the top 5 of single season assist. He's the only other player not named John Stockton.
Oh yeah.
I think John Stockton got like 4 of the top 5 singles because also remember John
Gotcha. I
Stockton
understand.
because there's not a lot of players
It ain't Magic ain't up there, huh? That's crazy.
yeah, not a lot of players put up over 1,000 assists in a season. I thought Tyrese Halliburton was going to do it. I really did. Like, he was on pace. He was really on pace to do it. But
How crazy is today's game if you can't get that many assists?
you know what? With as many shots as they put up.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying. That's my point.
Yeah, the fact that
That's crazy.
Because because this came to my thing because you know how I feel about a couple of things. Chris Paul and constantly Chris Paul being placed above John Stockton in the in the greatest point guards of all
Mm.
time. You know, in the point guard of all time list. And I'm watching Tyrese Halliburton, what literally he was on pace to be the next point guard since John Stockton, Isaiah Thomas, to put up 1,000 assists in a game. Like believe it or not, for as great as Chris Paul is, and they talk about Chris Paul has put up double-digit assists in a season,
Mm.
never 1,000. Never ever has he got 1,000. It
And
takes
you
two.
know, this is crazy, bro. Look, they're taking triple amount of shots. And look, they had 1,000 assists, and they taking less shots. That's crazy. Think about how crazy that is. I get 1,000. Think about that's the structure of basketball, and how much it changed. Because
That is
I get
crazy.
I got 1,000,
I didn't even
1,000.
think about it that way. That damn, nobody could get to 1,000. We have up the pace, up the shot attempts. That just shows you we up the shot attempts, but the shot quality has gone to shit.
No, they
Or
say
or
they
you're
saying
passing
that
it,
it isn't though. That's the
or you're
analytics say. Analytics.
passing it, and it's not in a shot that direct on a pass that directly you pass it to a guy, and now he takes 8 dribbles and he scores. I don't know. Damn.
That's what I'm saying.
How
That's
you
when
don't
it hit me. Let
work
that
on this,
shit sink in.
right?
They were playing a slower pace game, less shots. I don't give a fuck what they can say. It's better defense. Like better defense, definitely you wasn't just coming down the lane. Whether you call it better or more physical, like it was a different breed of basketball that was very much slower. And now you're getting way more shots.
And
You're
am I
getting way
wrong?
more 3 points. Like you're getting just more and more.
You know what it is? Damn.
AAU basketball is what the fuck it is.
I'm trying to think. I feel like the pick and roll is still used just as much, but now the pick and roll isn't a pass to your big man.
No, they don't. They use a high pick and roll maybe, but they don't. That's it. That's the
Yeah,
only. It's only one. It's
it's the
not
high.
used at all, really. The pick and roll ain't used at all. Except one in one way. It's to isolate a player at the end of the games or when you want to get a bucket, an important bucket, and all right, let's get. And it's not even like it's horrible. Basketball is not a team game no more, bro. That tell you right there. You can't even get. We're shooting 3 times as much, but you can't even get 1,000 assists. That
Damn.
tells you right there it's not a team game no more. That's crazy. That's
This is
quite
crazy.
asinine.
Yo, what we just discovered, what we just I may have to call into New York Sports Radio. I might have to give ESPN this one. If they, I'm gonna tell you this. I may not even call in.
Email
If we hear this topic pop up in the next 2 weeks, we know we've been scouted. We know we've been scouted. I
Mhm.
promise you. This is mind blowing to me right now.
It is. That's why I just said, bro,
Like
think about it.
wrapping my head around this, and in a weird way, this is also like phenomenal. Like wow, fucking wow, right?
Yeah, because when you said it, I'm like, damn, like and you're like, you wishing Tyrese Halliburton, like, how the fuck he didn't do it? I'm thinking to myself, how the fuck he didn't do it? They get like 8 times the shots time.
Because it takes 14 and a half assists per game. No,
But
sorry.
how the fuck you ain't doing that when you getting 3 times as many shots?
But yo, for real, they are putting up way more shots than they ever had. Every team needs a fuck. Okay, you know what? I see now why people complain about these point guards. Every team needs a point guard.
They
We've
don't have point guards no more, matter of fact. Let's be honest. These
we've
guys
up,
aren't point guards. They initiate the offense maybe, but they're not point guards. Jalen Brunson's the point guard. I mean,
and,
he can
and
score, but he know how to play the point.
see, and even his assist numbers
Ain't where they should be at.
are
Right.
like. But you know what though? I have to see how.
Man, it's no I don't give a fuck what it is. You getting more shots. It don't make no sense. I don't give a fuck what you seeing. You gonna figure out how they not doing it, but it still ain't gonna make no sense.
When this team gets healthy, right, and everybody's there, how they have this team constructed, I feel like Jalen Brunson can get 10 assists a game with this current squad because they've really switched out the quality of open shooters to help him out for when he breaks down the defense. You know what I mean?
It
And
boils down to the offense they run it for sure. That's
and
gonna be it.
and even when we had OG for that little bit of time, even his off the ball play, right, helped. Was more beneficial than what RJ Barrett was to being able to get Jalen Brunson easy assist as he was cutting to the basket. And you know what I mean? And getting himself easy looks underneath the basket. He wasn't getting that with RJ. So, and even playing alongside Emmanuel quickly. So this current squad may be more beneficial to his assist numbers because they did jump up. He did jump up by like 3 assists, averaging 3 assists per game with just the initial switch out of OG and Anunoby into the squad versus having RJ Barrett. So with now the other pieces, which is Bogdanovich and Alex Burke, you know, with guys like that as well too. I'm gonna have to see when this squad really functions, you know, because then you told me adding because I said Julius Randle is out and OG is out. So when you get those two guys in here, I get a feeling he may get to again. It's not 1,000 assists. It's just now getting to double-digit assists, which is 820 assists for the season. That's it.
That's crazy though, man. I mean, even with them running the floor more, up and down,
Fast break more.
yeah,
Like
that's
Jesus.
it crazy. I mean, I know it's the offense, but because they initiate pick and rolls. Now that was a pick and roll. That was an offense. That was a half court offense that you couldn't fuck with. But you would think it'd be harder to get an assist in that with people. You know what I'm saying? I would think if I'm running and gunning, you probably should get more assists. Maybe not. Maybe that's the reason why. Because I have a misnomer that running and gunning would garner more assists. It would get you open if you know what I'm saying. But if you're tired, maybe you can't hit shots. But either way, something's not right. I don't give a fuck what type of offense is being done. 1,000 assists should be attainable as much as we putting up shots.
Yeah. Calling this perfect timing. Yeah, no, that baffled me. Yeah, damn. We're gonna have to digest this one. And I'm gonna let you know right now. This isn't gonna be the last time we talk about this topic. Like this is gonna end up coming back up because now we can't unsee this. We've opened this box.
How you figure that shit out? Figure that out. I want
We can't unsee this now. We have opened up a box that we cannot go back from. It's gonna be talked about again. Because now I can't I understand 10 assists is gonna be cute. Like, no, get 1,000. Like, you're supposed to be the best point guard in the league. Get 1,000 assists. Like, why are you here with a 7 assist a game?
These motherfuckers are scoring. That's why they're not passing. Everybody's trying to score and not really initiating no offense.
But then as the defense, but remember, we now have supposed to have shooters everywhere to now just allow that guy to cook. But now when the defense collapsed, so now we have shooters everywhere they're supposed to be able to pass it to.
Man,
you know what it is? You know what it is? I can see it now as well too. Because you know what happens? Even when that defense collapse and that point guard passes that ball out, that first pass generally isn't the scorer because defense is now rotating over. That ball normally travels at least 1 to 2 more times before a shot goes up along the perimeter. From
but that's the offense. What you're saying is what I said. You can break it down however you want to. It still don't make no fun. You're still getting 3 times. You're getting 3 times as much activity.
You're not
of the same type of shit.
And they're no longer utilizing the big man to get 20 shots a game.
Thank you. They're not getting easy buckets.
Yeah, pick and roll. Big man now has a smaller guy on him. He's rolling to the basket. I can get him at least 8 easy shots like this, 7 easy shots like this. This is what made guys like Paul, like Chris Paul.
Jason Kidd. No, think about that's the next, and I'll tell you right now, that's going to be the next big thing. Initiating at a half-court offense that's actually basketball. They're going to act like it's a brand new thing, like they did with football. Like they do with football. They're going to dub it the East Coast offense or something. Like it's been like it ain't been fucking around for forever. And it's going to be a new guy that just can't fucking shoot. Just like Jason Kidd couldn't. He's going to come in. He's going to affect the game like a Steph Curry. and he's gonna be that guy. So it's gonna be whenever it's gonna come. And it's like we never seen this before. Like Steph Curry, like if fucking Mark Price or Reggie Miller
Yo,
or
we're
Oscar
gonna,
Robertson.
we're gonna sound so old by it. Be like, oh my god,
Yeah,
did
right,
you?
right. Like it's not like the guys in the league never been like Steph Curry. I guarantee fucking Larry Bird plays in today's game. You don't think he'd be fucking Steph Curry? Like it's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. But either way, you
You
give
just
Bird 80,000 shots a year. Get the fuck out and a three. Just have him. At any rate, especially now with the programs, the work ethics, the workout, like guys are turned into machines. And so if you give those guys all of that to their disposal back then, oh my lord, playing for 20 years easy with the attachments to the guy that had A-Rod, LeBron and A-Rod, got the steroids guys. If LeBron had the steroids guy like LeBron and A-Rod, get the fuck out of here. Man, for 25 years.
like
Remember his
if
back issues? Hold on. Remember his
if
back issues, LeBron's? How they disappeared?
oh yeah, yesterday yo,
Birds would have went poof.
if Tracy McGrady was allowed to load manage and get whatever steroids that they're getting now, that these
Yes,
basketball players
Anthony Hardaway.
and
Anthony Hardaway, bro.
it's just that
Penny.
guys, like that's the thing about it. Guys couldn't load manage back then. That's what's the thing that also pissed me off. This like they
But
are
they was
allowing
playing
guys,
more games.
they
They
are
was
allowing
getting
guys
less hurt.
that they would have already flushed out the league to continue to play.
Mm-hmm.
Like they load man. Like no, they used to force these guys to play. If you can't play, bye. I'm sorry. Like
LeBron's career was over, bro. LeBron's career was over. And all of a sudden, poof.
yeah. I just heal
They had to
fast.
carry, didn't they have to carry him out of something?
Yeah, remember,
That was Paul Pierce?
what he said? I just heal fast.
Yeah, right. That's crazy. Like, that's the same. He was having the same problems Bird was having, if I don't believe.
Yeah,
And it just poof.
he was having them, really bad back spasms. It was ridiculous. Remember, like one playoff series when we played against the Knicks, he barely got tapped, and he act like his back was broke. Like he pulled the whole
Mm-hmm.
Mike Tyson. Spinal.
Yeah.
Yo. So we're gonna talk about LeBron a little bit later, right? We gonna give him some roses later. Like I know it sounds weird coming from my mouth, but we gonna give him some roses later. I want to talk about couple of these young up and coming stars, right? One up and coming star very specifically, and that is Victor Wembanyama, right? Because we're talking about phenoms, right? We've been talking about some phenoms for a second, right?
Mm-hmm.
Before we talk about him, I want to talk about his coach for half a second.
He was Zion should have been.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
How the fuck is Greg Popovich getting away with this? Greg Popovich is damn near tanking. Like, people don't see it. Like, Greg, he only plays this kid 28 minutes a game. Like, he barely played him in the beginning of the season. Like, so, and I get it. He's playing chess. He wants to get another high draft pick in here to pair with this guy if he can. You know what I mean? Another young, talented guy that he
That
can
shit
help.
won't work with the NBA, though.
But I don't know. What's that?
That shit ain't going to work with the NBA.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know how they let him get away with this. Because
No, I'm talking about either with the lottery. That shit, I mean.
But he just need I don't know, number one pick. Get another lottery pick in there. Some guy that
Ain't
maybe
though, but who they start five?
I don't even know. Poachy, him. I don't
know none of these motherfuckers in the NBA no more. None of them.
I couldn't even tell you who his starting five in San Antonio is, and that's probably part of it too.
They be making trades, and I don't even know if they're good trades because I don't even know these motherfuckers' names. Half of them I can't even pronounce.
Listen, I at least know that much.
I know you can't pronounce the motherfucker. If I can't pronounce it, I know your ass can't pronounce it.
Listen, I could pronounce their names one time. One time
the
only.
way you about to pronounce it, yeah, for sure.
And then I remix it to whatever it needs to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, so, but whatever he is, I feel like Greg Popovich is, in a weird way, is playing chess with the league, with the way he's been managing.
So?
No, okay, it's not just. I jest a little that he's fully tanking, even though I still kind of believe he is. But he has been managing Victor Wembanyama's minutes. And if he doesn't get Rookie of the Year, it's only because they feel like, one, he's on a losing team, right?
Defensive player of the year, though.
I don't know. Oh, I gotta look at his defensive numbers.
They better than Rudy Gobert. He has as much
Oh
as Rudy
yeah,
Gobert.
it is better than Rudy Gobert's and Rudy Gobert's
And this is
defensive.
it's not even it just passed a half a season. It was at a half a season.
He could possibly get that. Maybe he missed out on Rookie of the Year. Maybe they give him Defensive Player of the Year because I
Oh,
can
he
see them
gotta
give
be rookie. Who's a better rookie?
Chet Holmgren. Now
He's
Chet
better.
Holmgren. Now no, he's not better. That's the thing about it,
No,
right?
Chet gonna be a motherfucker. That's gonna be his kryptonite. Because
But
Chet is a real motherfucker. He's
I'm
my
saying
favorite.
that if you look at their numbers, they're fairly similar.
He's more fluid too. He's not as tall, but he's like he's 7'3".
They're both about the same height, if I'm not mistaken.
No, they're not. They're not. They definitely not the same height. Wembanyama like 7'6" or some shit.
Okay, so Wemby's 7'5" and he's 7'3". Is that what it
Like
is?
Chet like 7'3". Yeah, something like that. Either way, Chet is way more fluid. Like he's 7'1". Okay, well that makes more sense then. He's 7'1", but that's gonna be his kryptonite. Like if Wembanyama, he's gonna be like fucking, what Bill Russell was to Wilt, like Chet. If anybody would be that guy, Chet would be that. Because he's coming in long as fuck, kind of the same body build, slightly shorter. And he sits weights. Once they get their man body, Chet is going to be way more dangerous because he just got that fluidity, the skill level, just with the ball. And both of them got dog in them, though. I'm proud of Wembanyama because he showed me he had dog, especially from that bad showing in the last year when he first came in the league and he got dog. He showed me that, listen, okay, this is how we got to play. Like he learned, that's a valuable skill to see in somebody when they're developing. See them get dog walked and they say, fuck that. This is what it's about to be. Y'all ain't about to be bullying me. You know what I'm saying? And he come back and then now he's this guy. He's early. Kind of like Scotty Barnes to the story how he used to get pumped and he's like, fuck this. I just turned into this dog guy because I wasn't about to take this shit no more. I got that early. Chet had it in him already though from college. So we'll see. And a lot of times those guys like the Dirks, probably even Luka probably had it though. Jokic probably had to learn to develop it. They have to develop that Americanized like, oh, we ain't friends type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Well, Luka and Jokic probably had it already because they a little bit rough over there. But them France guys, they not always. Tony Parker probably had to develop it too, but he got it. We'll see.
Yeah, I can see it. Like they're coming into, but they're both definitely coming into their own. And it's gonna be interesting to see when they both get their man bodies, like how they both kind of look because they're both gonna go through a transformation.
Yeah, for
Right?
sure.
It's gonna be interesting to see how they both transform and how their game progresses. But what I was saying is that they both kind of have similar numbers, but right now Chet Holmgren is playing way more minutes on average than he is, and obviously his team is a much better.
Better. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean, and his team's doing much better. So I can see them giving him. I wouldn't be upset if they gave it to Chet, but I'm looking at Victor's numbers and I'm thinking to myself like these are some ridiculous numbers that he is putting up. So I don't know if you heard this, right? And I'm gonna put this out there now. He's gonna fuck around and get a quadruple double one game. We are gonna see that from him.
With blocks for sure.
Because I don't know if you heard, he already had a game where he put up 10 blocks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He'll do that again. He'll do that again. He'll get a quadruple double easy.
So, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, yo, that was 27 points, 14 rebounds, 5 assists in 29 minutes. To go along with 2 steals and the 10 blocks. Like, that's the triple-double that he got. 27 points, 14 rebounds, 10 blocks, 29 minutes. And that's about his average, about 28, 29 minutes, sometimes 24 minutes.
And so all he had to do is add the assist.
All he had to do is add the assist. And we are going to see everybody basically, for everybody that's only seen this in 2K, right? Or NBA Live.
Stretch big. I'll tell you, that was 2015. That's when they made that guy, and that's when they started building the archetypes. That next year,
Yo,
they
I
had to
used to,
make them archetypes because they was making everybody 7 foot. Everybody was making Wembanyama's, and
yo,
now that Wembanyama's here, 2K gonna have to switch it up.
you have to put him back. Listen, I used to get the quadruple double. You get the quadruple with your point guard with a 6'5" point guard, right?
But you can make that point guard. You can make him 7'5", and he could do everything. So that's why they put the archetypes in, because people was maxing out everything at 7. It wasn't no reason to make a 6 foot player, because why would you do that if a 7'6" guy can do the same thing a 6 foot guy can do? So they start putting in the different archetypes, trying to cap certain things, so it wouldn't be ridiculous in the park.
It's gonna go back to being ridiculous. They're gonna have to, because Victor's here and he's gonna be doing this
Yeah,
thing.
you need to actually stretch big that can fucking dunk like Jordan. Or just do, like, not necessarily, but just do a bunch of different shit. It's crazy.
No, listen, I could dunk like Jordan in Monstars. What's that game? What's in Space Jams?
But imagine that guy coming up from the logo and pulling up. Like, who the fuck's stopping that?
Exactly, because and the thing about it, you can do it with ease too, because nobody is there to challenge your shot. It's basically, to him, it's like the All-Star game, where you're just basically taking wide open shots because nobody's there to really challenge. He's just like,
It's easy though. Like, that's why I don't like. That's why I be like, I always question people like that. Like, Shaq's so big, was you really that good though? You know what I'm saying? You just as big. You feel me?
yes, because
You couldn't show. You couldn't shoot.
we've seen Big not be good.
Mm. Good point.
You know what I mean? Like
Good point. Good point.
we've seen them throw slops of like let's put it out. But we've seen them throw potato sacks just to defend Shaq,
Mhm.
or just draft in the league because they thought it could be the next Shaq. So we've seen Big not be good. Like, so like there's a Robert tractor trailer everywhere. There's an Eddie Curry everywhere. You know
Big
what I mean?
baby.
There's a Big Baby Dave. No, Big Baby has a little bit of skill. He just had no ups. And I mean, like, I feel like his under the rim skill was pretty decent.
No, he was big, but he wasn't Shaq.
Yeah, no, definitely not Shaq. Yeah. Just out there to guard guys like Shaq. But like, there's a JaVale McGee. You know what I mean? Like just
I guess you're right. Yeah, good point.
yeah. But what the quadruple double is this, like, I've seen this. I'm like, damn, I gotta start watching more of his games, because when that quadruple happens, I want to say I was watching. Like, it's gonna happen, but I don't know if it's gonna happen this year though. With him barely getting 30 minutes a game. Like, when Pop starts feeling like he's supposed to get like 35, 36 minutes, when he starts getting that's when I feel like it's gonna come. Right now, as long as he's playing under 30 consistently, I don't know if he's gonna break it. But to see 10 blocks in the game. When's the last time we've seen 10 blocks in a game? Is it Dwight Howard? Or do we have to go further back to the Kembe Mutombo times? When's the last time we've seen 10 blocks in a game?
I mean, we probably seen 10 blocks in a game. I don't mean with my tumble. Like, maybe I don't know. I don't know. Mm. They don't even give a fuck about getting blocks. That's the crazy part. These motherfuckers is huge. And y'all don't get no blocks. That shit is embarrassing to me, man. It might be. I feel like it's probably been a time though. I can't think of none, but it's maybe Rudy Gobert type guy out there that did it.
Maybe. I forget Rudy Gobert is out there.
Like, but I mean, not even him. Just like, it's just a guy that had a really good game one game, and we probably have to Google it. I don't know, but somebody got, it might be LeBron had a great, what I'm saying, day one day or some shit. I don't know, some weird shit.
I don't
Like,
think LeBron.
fucking. I'm not saying LeBron. I'm not saying him specifically, but
yeah,
like a Boogie Cousins or somebody, Anthony Davis maybe. You know what I mean?
I feel like Anthony Davis may
Or
have
somebody that's just had a really good game. Might have scored 0 points with 10 blocks or some shit. You know what I'm saying? A Serge Ibaka or somebody like that.
Okay, let's see here if I can pull up the list of most blocks in a game. Okay, so there's like 44 players that have done this. The 44 players have put none over 10. Okay, let's see. This goes back to Elmore Smith back in 73, Manute Bow back in 86, Manute Bow again in 87. We got Shaq in 93.
See,
Okay,
some shit like that, like somebody you would never think.
okay,
That's what it's gonna be.
okay. This didn't put it in numerical order, which sucks. Like, why wouldn't they put it in numerical order? Okay, because they put it by how many. Okay, so they put it by how many blocks they had. Let's see if I could put this by date. Alrighty. 73, 73, Ellen Smurf. Okay, let's get it to the 80s at least. Let's start there. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with 10. All right, let's
That
bring
makes
it.
sense.
Let's bring
It's
it.
gonna make sense. It's gonna be Elijah Wan, Kareem, Patrick Ewing, maybe something like Zoe Lonzo. Those gonna
Yeah,
make sense.
yeah. So I'm gonna bring it to the 90s now, and then we get to David Robinson and Akeem Olajuwon.
Right.
All righty. Now let's see.
I can't stand why people. Every time I hear those guys, I thought I was thinking about this David Robinson. How people really think Tim Duncan is better than David Robinson, which I adamantly disagree. I think Tim Duncan's awesome, but I think
Yeah, yeah.
David
People forget about
Robinson is the most slighted, one of the most slighted. He scored 63 in one game. So he
71.
71, yeah. He's a better offensive player than Tim Duncan. He can shoot free throws way better than Tim Duncan. He's way more athletic. He was defensively, Tim Duncan wasn't better than David Robinson defensively. And they bought this, and really, Tim Duncan's a fucking center playing power forward. And that shit just always, I don't know. That's crazy to me, but oh well. But yeah, go ahead, my bad.
Yeah, no, you're right because they couldn't put like that. That was the smart move. It was like, you know what? See, they did something that other teams generally don't do or haven't done in the past, and it's burnt them every time. They had a David Robinson. They saw another David Robinson, and they didn't say to themselves, "Well, we have one David Robinson. Why do we need another?"
Right.
They were like, "We have one David Robinson. He's already about here on that, on that bell curve. We can get
Mm-hmm.
another David Robinson, put him right beside him, two David Robinsons. That'll
And
be
then
great."
call one of them a power forward.
And yeah,
Motherfucker, you got no power forward. You a center.
you know who didn't do this? Portland. We have one. Damn it, what's his name? I'm about to disrespect him. Shit. We have one Clyde Drexler.
Mm-hmm.
Why do we need two Clyde Drexlers?
Right.
We already have
That'd
one.
have been
Who was
crazy.
that Clyde Drexler? Michael Jordan.
That'd have been crazy. Think about how crazy that'd have been.
Exactly. They play shoot and go to small forward. It's a wrap. Yo,
That
who
should
else
have
did
been
this?
crazy.
Who else did this? Who else did this? Crap. I knew there's somebody else in between, but it was with Devin Booker. Oh, we have one Devin Booker. Why do we need two Devin Bookers? That other Devin Booker, if I'm not, was it Jason Tatum? Nah, that wasn't his draft. That couldn't have been. They didn't have the chance to get Jason Tatum. But Jason Tatum was drafted third.
Mm. I
Phoenix
don't know.
didn't have the number 1 pick or the number 2 pick that year.
Was it Luka maybe?
I can't remember. There's another one. Damn it, there's another one. And I feel like it's revolved around Devin Booker.
Mm.
I thought it was Devin Booker and Jason Tatum. I really thought it was Devin Booker and Jason. I may have to look at Jason Tatum's draft to be able to decipher that one. But in the 2000s in blocks, double digits, Dikembe Mutombo. Keon Clark, let me see, that was 2000. Keon Clark did it from the Raptors, did it in 2001.
See, you gonna get some shit, right?
So let's move. Okay, let's Amari
Keon
Stoudemire.
Clark.
What did I say?
Keon Clark. That's fucking hilarious.
Oh, we have Dikembe Mutombo again. Ben Wallace a couple of times. I had over 10.
Mm-hmm.
In 2002, Jermaine O'Neal 2003, Dikembe Mutombo in 2004, Calvin Booth in 2004, along with Amari Stoudemire, Josh Smith. Andrei Kirilenko, AK-47 from Utah Jazz, did it in 2006. Emeka Okafor, the guy drafted behind Dwight Howard, did it in 2007. Marcus
Speaking of
Camby.
Dwight Howard, do we think Dwight Howard probably would have that at one point?
Oh yeah, we get into him because Emeka Okafor, along with the Marcus Camby, did that in 2007. Marcus Camby, along with Dwight Howard, did it in 2008, and then nobody didn't do that for 3 years until JaVale McGee did it in 2011. You mentioned this guy from Oklahoma City; he did this three different times in 2012. Serge Ibaka. We had Andrew Bynum also in 2012, along with Roy Hibbert, Larry Sanders. They all put up over 10 blocks in a game in
Yeah,
2012.
Larry Sanders was that motherfucker on defense.
Yeah, he was a little lanky 7'8". That was a guy consistently signed for as a prospect too. Like he was a prospect signing. Okay, like I said, see, big that's not good.
Well,
Like,
on defensively though, he was.
yeah, he committed on defense, but they could never get that offensive aspect out of him. They were trying to. They were just trying to turn him into a Roy Hibbert, and they couldn't turn it into
Right.
Roy Hibbert on offense,
Mm-hmm.
right?
You're right.
Hassan Whiteside from the Miami Heat does it in 2015.
That makes sense.
So now we move into we're into the last decade. Nobody did it in 2014, but we're now officially into the last decade of people that have done this. Hassan Whiteside did it a couple of times in 2015. Also a couple of times in 2016. He's the only person to do that a couple of times over that 2-year time span. Nobody else was putting up double digit blocks. Then we mentioned him, LA's own, but he didn't do this in LA. He did this when he was in New Orleans. Anthony Davis did it in 2018. Then Hassan Whiteside goes to Portland. He does it there again. And now this is when things get interesting. Guess who's the last person to do it? Because since Hassan Whiteside had done it in 2019, there's only one other person that has done it since Victor has done it. Still got you, Chill Will? You still there?
DeAndre Jordan, maybe? No.
Clint Capella.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Clint Capella.
But I'm just saying, it would be somebody like that. Like, guy that's on 5 points, 10 blocks. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense. There you go.
So let's see. Who would have been a decent play that you're looking at him? Okay, I play both sides. See, because the center position has changed so much, you're not going to get a lot of. So Anthony Davis may have been a two-way center at that time in New Orleans. They were demanding both from him. But Hassan Whiteside was strictly defense. He's the guy that has done it the most in the last decade. That's a trick question. Who has put up most double-digit blocks in a game in the last decade? Hassan fucking Whiteside. Right? The decade before then, let's see here. Joakim Noah, one-way player. Larry Sanders, one-way player. Roy Hibbert. They were making a two-way. They were making a two-way player. Andrew Bynum, they wanted him to be a two-way player. Serge Ibaka kind of one-way, but they still forced the game. The ball was still going down low enough, and he still had enough shot. He was still getting like 12 to 18 points a game. JaVale was one-way. So the last two-way, so Dwight Howard. There goes the last guy that was like an all-star level person to be able to put up double-digit blocks, and had not only the team on his back, but also an offensive load, really.
Mm.
Because before Dwight Howard, we're looking at Emeka Okafor and Andrei Kirilenko. That's in 07 and 06. Amari Stoudemire in 04.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's how far back. So, because when you mention it, like it popped to me, like, yeah, you're right, that we're probably going to have some obscure person. I have no offensive responsibilities. I can get 5 points. Or maybe like a guy like DeAndre Jordan, I get offensive rebounds. I put that back up. I get 10 points in the game. You know what I mean? But I have no real offensive.
Right.
And again, the game has changed to a point where not a lot of centers have a lot of offensive obligations. We're looking at Giannis, if we're calling him a center, Joel Embiid.
I'm gonna tell you something about him. He's becoming a person I do not like. And he used to be, he's kind of like Kevin Garnett. I was a big fan until I was not.
Who you talking about?
Like Giannis. Like he's becoming more like LeBron every day. And it shit is disgusting, man. He used to be kind of like refreshing. Now he's like a fucking diva, complain diva, getting his brothers on who can't play, and it's just weird, man. He learning from the wrong people, I feel like, and but it's worked for LeBron to some degree. But I don't think they
Well, you know
see
what happened? His mentor died, and his new mentor is a jackass sometimes.
who was his new mentor.
LeBron.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's a no.
He went from he
He can
went from
tell you how to
Kobe
do
to
everything the wrong way.
LeBron. He's like,
By default, if you're LeBron and Giannis, you're gonna win championships because you just got that. You're the most athletic player in the league with a high skill point. So you're gonna get some rings typically if you pair yourself with the right people. But man, putting if LeBron had pop from day one, the motherfucker had 10 rings probably by now.
oh yeah. If he
And he can't see that because he feel like he's successful because he got 4. But he can't see if we would never fire Paul. We never fire Paul Silas. You sit your ass on the bench. You take his coaching, whether it's hard or not, and we probably win.
he has
That
8 rings.
Detroit, we win
If he went to the championship 10 times, he's winning 80% of the times.
with the
With Greg Popovich. With Greg Popovich, we and then what ends up happening, I'm gonna tell you this. If he wins 8 rings 80% of the time, even though it's not undefeated or anything, people will look at him as like really it'll be hard to debate of him being better than Kobe, him being better than Jordan, because you will look at him being top 3 in assists, look at him having the all-time scoring record, winning 80% of his championships, right? Having 8 titles, right? That's only 3 less than the all-time chip leader, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you look at it and be like, God damn, like he would be
That's
goated.
exactly what you would have talked about. Even if like I'm saying, we fired Paul Silas because he didn't want to be coached. He didn't agree. We fired him.
Listen, he almost fired
Paul Silas was the best thing that was ever for LeBron in the beginning of his career to get him rings. Obviously, he obtained a lot still without him. But man, that shit was crazy. I'm like, man, I was so happy we got everything we need, and then you worried about him re-signing. We got him now. This is his first fucking year. Let it play out. Just kind of like how Miami Heat did. We're not firing Spoelstra.
And that's what
We're not doing that.
Try to get Spoelstra fired. And I tell people this all the time. If you're a anime fan or a storytelling fan, right? People, if without realizing it, that is the pivotal moment that solidified Heat culture. The moment who's supposed to be the next best player in the league, that whatever LeBron James was supposed to be, right? Whatever you was looking at it. If he couldn't get this coach fired, then that lets everybody know this coach is meant to be listened to. And that moment solidified Heat culture because now it puts Eric Spoelstra in that position where now, hey, everybody comes there. Listen, LeBron James couldn't get this guy fired, so we all have to listen to him. It's just like when LeBron James could blow off the slam dunk contest. Well, if he could blow it off, shit, I can do it. If he can't get Spoelstra fired, we can't either. That was the moment. That's the moment.
That's what Pop said about Duncan. That's what Pop said about Duncan.
Yeah. Once I was allowed to coach him, like it allowed me to coach everybody.
And they were talking about this on Steven Jackson was talking about this. I don't know if I shared that with you, like how they were telling a story about how Pop would just ream his ass coming off and how he would show no emotion. And he'd be like, good talk, coach. Slap him on the ass and go out there and get back in the game after he's benched, talking shit about Duncan. Then he go put up fucking 20 and 20 something. But he would never really show no emotion. He would take it whether he was pissed or not. He wouldn't say shit. He would just take his coaching. And Steven Jackson said, "Man, you gonna let him talk to you like that?" And he said, "Damn, if Tim Duncan let him talk to him like that, what the fuck? I can't.
I'm gonna say.
If your best player take the coach, you're like, you can't. The fuck can I say? I can't do. I got. And he said, but he made him a better player, and he learned. And so that's what LeBron needed. Shut the
That's
fuck
just a
up.
big,
You ain't the smartest player in the room.
and that's what and see, and when you can see that, that's how I don't understand how people don't realize how LeBron has tainted the league in two ways. When it comes to the slam dunk contest, and when it comes to free agency.
But he can't dunk though, bro.
But he was supposed to participate
He
and
can't
try.
dunk though. Now
You
he
know?
ain't got that bone in his body though. He not. I'm gonna tell you
See,
something. This is the
you
biggest.
understand?
Let me tell you something though. This is the big difference. Jordan, Kobe, these guys, they weren't. It's a reason why. Now, this is not that it's okay, but LeBron was always that nigga. He come up out the room 7 foot. You know what I'm saying? 6 foot two.
Wasn't he a fat boy when he was younger?
Nah, he was. Well, maybe he was like a 10. Like, but by the time he was 13, he was 6 fucking 5. I don't think he was ever fat though. Nah. Either way, he was born. By the time he was in junior high, he knew he was going to the league. So that wasn't the case for Kobe or Jordan or some of these guys. Jordan had to develop that, and sometimes when you develop that, that's why you see players like what's the boy in Atlanta that ain't got no sense, or the boy in Washington, or a couple of these guys that
Jordan Poole,
developed later. Jordan Poole and what's the other one? Murray. Like these
Jonte.
guys come into their own and they don't know how to receive. They don't have the humility. They don't know how to receive it and just and then lean into it to become better. They lose it. Jordan knew how to hone it in and just keep going and keep going. Even though that's a sickness. Kobe, family, everything, basketball first. Probably a horrible father, probably a horrible teammate, probably, you know what I'm saying? Basketball first though. And then I'll develop. All right, now I can start developing to shoot the ball. I shoot the ball, get points. Now I start. Oh, I got to rely on my team. I had to learn that. He had to go through that maturation process where I'm that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I had to learn how to be that motherfucker, but then calm myself down so I can actually help everybody else around me and get to my ultimate goal by sharing and being a better teammate and being a better basketball player. And a lot of players, when they get it, like Harden, say James Harden, you know what I'm saying? Become that guy and don't know what to do with it. Don't know how to hone it in to where it can become full circle. And Jordan and Kobe did that, but a lot of guys can't do that, man. A lot of guys can't do that. And so, shit, LeBron ain't never had to do that. He never had that point to where I wasn't a man. I wasn't a center of attraction. This is newfound fame. You know what I'm saying? I'm Jordan. I mean, it's newfound for me, so I'm going to get the big head. I got a chip on my shoulder all the time because I wasn't that guy at one point. And I always remember that. That pettiness is not there that Kobe and Jordan had. Kobe mimicked Jordan's pettiness because that was his mentor, but Jordan had that real pettiness. Like, I remember in high school, we ain't pick me on first in the team. Brian never had that. He didn't even have to be that. Just never. And so that's why he don't have what Jordan had because he's just not built in that pedigree or that where he had to work his ass off to. He ain't even changed his game really. I mean, he did, but he ain't the best shooter. I mean, he can shoot, but he ain't got no signature shot like Bron. He can't really still post up. He still can't shoot free throws. You know what I'm saying? Remember Jordan? A lot of shit that Jordan just couldn't do. He got better at. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's just Kobe couldn't play defense at first. Became one of the best defensive two guards ever. So LeBron still can't play defense. I mean, at one point he was athletic, so but he never was. How you the most athletic player ever we ever seen never had a defensive player of the year award, not even once. So that's all that's. Bron ain't never had to do that, man. He's a different pedigree guy, and he did it his way. But if he would have did it Jordan's way, but you gotta have a drive for that. You gotta have a sickness for that. He ain't got it. Oh well.
I think I know why you couldn't hear. No, but why couldn't he hear? Never mind. Never mind. Sorry. Something just kind of came to me for half a second. I mean,
Yeah, if
but
it's
it
on
made,
Podbean, they can't. Yeah, they can't. It's probably
maybe,
going off by now.
I reset the Podbean already. So we'll continue to see how that works. It's still kind of crazy how you couldn't hear from Podbean, but I don't know. It's not always perfect, but as long as the main feed captures it all, like I said, I'll come back, I'll listen, and we'll see. Okay, so I'm glad we talked about LeBron, right? Because this probably be the last thing that we talk about for today, unless we
Mm-hmm.
just something side piece.
Yeah, we good.
So I heard a conversation, all right, and maybe it started from LeBron. Where do you go?
I'm
Oh,
here. I'm here. I just had to. I'm about to move around, so I'm gonna sit you down. I ain't want to be just have you. You know, I just want to have you looking at the ceiling and shit. Can you hear
yeah,
me?
yeah, I can hear you. Hold on, let me get I'm about to share something with. Okay, let's see if some more people are gonna come join us. So, alrighty. I heard a little conversation, right? And as you know, sometimes you just hear something and it catches your eye, and be like, you know what? I have to put my piece on this. I have to definitely put my piece on this, right? But I think before I fully put my piece on this, right? Let's go ahead and bring in, right, something that I like to take care of at least once a podcast, and let's go ahead and take care of our people with Blue Chew. If you guys don't know who Blue Chew is, Blue Chew happens to be a little blue pill that can get you back your thrill. All you have to do is open up a pack and head straight to the sack. Just a few chews before you do. It has the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, so this is one opportunity that you just can't miss. For a very low cost, you can beat it up like a boss, and she will love how you come through like a champ when you Blue Chew in advance. And if you use my promo code of GSSS, you can get order of Blue Chew for free. When we're talking about free, we're talking about for the free. The only thing that you have to do is pay for your shipping and handling, and listen, take care of your postal workers. Okay, that's all that means, right? So and it's real simple. And it's real simple. It doesn't matter if you need it. It doesn't matter if you want it. It doesn't matter if you listen. If you suffer from whiskey dick, if you suffer from actually ED, if you just want to make sure that you do all of the things that you said that you're gonna do in her DMs, Blue Chew is for you. Doesn't matter what kind of style that you like, whether you like it missionary style, you like it doggy style, you like it jackhammer style, if you like it Amazon style, right? It does not matter, right? You have a Blue Chew for you. And then you can do it however you like to do it. Because when it comes to Blue Chew, there's only two instructions. You chew it and then you do it. How you do it, that's up to you. You can do it like Lionel Richie, where you're doing it all night long, or you can do it like LL Cool J, where you're doing it and doing it and doing it well. It doesn't matter as long as you Blue Chew. I'm gonna leave that promo code up there for you guys that is watching at home. You can go ahead and scan that little QR code, and just like that, you get your first order. Comes in discreet packaging, you won't even know. Nobody would know. Alrighty. Hey. Gotta take care of the peoples. Gotta take care of the peoples. So, chill Will, I'm back. So, LeBron James mentioned about he doesn't like praise, which brought up the question: does LeBron James deserve a farewell tour? Right?
Hmm.
And can I tell you? And you don't have to come on camera. You just have to, let me see. What did she say? I try to tell her I'm
I'm
not
here.
doing via video and microphone. You don't have to join. You don't have to join video via video. You can actually just come on microphone if you want to, or just watch the other live feed. Just let you know so you get the full experience for the people that watch the behind the scenes cam on Instagram. Um, so to be honest with you, he 100% should be getting a farewell tour. Because honest with you, I enjoy the farewell tour. Like, why not get the farewell tour? Every other like baseball has a because it's not even so much about I don't like praise or whatever we may think about it. Like anything that I hear, I'm just saying that anything that I hear, I'm just gonna receive it weird. Let's just put it this way. For me, it's gonna have weird. It's gonna have weird racial undertones if you if you're against it because I'm like, because you're gonna have to tell me that then you have a problem when baseball does it, or you have a problem when hockey does it, because they do the same thing. Like baseball is actually known for the extravagant gifts that you get from every single. You know what I mean? I shouldn't say every single. Some arenas they may not like you, but every opposing team. You know what I mean? Like I remember when it wasn't even Derek Jeter. It was the pitcher, Bernie Williams, when he was retiring. Right? He got cool ass shit like a surfboard, and he was getting and they knew that he was into music, so he was getting guitars, all kinds of custom guitars. I think they got him guitars that look like Prince's guitar, like you know what I mean? Like it was some really cool ass gifts. And I say, why not have a farewell tour for our greats if we know that it's their last year? What just happened a while ago? Wait, hold on. Oh, okay. Got nervous for a second. I saw something, and it wasn't the thing that I had saw that's currently the thing that I'm in. And let's see here. David Burns. I want to thank you for listening all the way from Cedar Hills, Texas. And I'm not hating on Hassan Whiteside. I'm gonna talk about that later. Maybe I'll talk about that when after this LeBron James talk, right? And I know it sounds weird. I know it sounds weird coming from me, right? Because I'm not one of the biggest LeBron James supporters out there, and sometimes I'm even falsely accused of being a LeBron James hater, right? I just have standards, and that's all it's ever been about holding people to standards. And the fact that they played a LeBron James high school game, right? When I was overseas in Germany, when I was trying to watch a Knicks game, they switched out program and they played some high school game, and I was barely into college sports at this time, and I was forced to watch some high school game for some kid named LeBaron James. I didn't even know who the fuck LeBaron was. I'm just saying. This is long time rivalry beef. Like this it goes way back. We were both teenagers at the time. It's petty. Like this is how we've grown up. We're good friends. Okay, we really actually all good friends. Right? All right. Don't like it's just some bullshit that we tease each other with ever since we've been teenagers. So if LeBron James says, "Hey, this is my final year," and he's planning on retiring, and I fully believe, and this is me as a Knicks fan, right? Because that's what the people like to throw in there for the reason why I don't like LeBron James. So let me let you know that this is me as a Knicks fan saying that yes, in his last year, when he passes through the Garden, they should give him some, one of the players should present him with some kind of whatever. I don't care if they present him with a Burger King crown. I want to see what each arena decides, or each team decides to give LeBron James as a going away present. Whether it's something real or even if it's a gag gift because they can't stand his ass. Give him something. But I would like to see it. And I would like to see it more in basketball. I know listen, we know Kobe had one, right? Was it Kobe or was it Dwayne Wade? They both may have had one. No, but I know it was Kobe. It was Kobe. Because and the only reason why we know Kobe had one, because one of Draymond Green's most famous moments or infamous moments is him yelling at Paul Pierce on the bench as Paul Pierce is sitting on the bench talking about, you don't get no farewell tour. They don't love you like that. What, you thought you was Kobe? Yo, and just watch Paul Pierce's face just drop and just go, damn. I can't even say shit after that. And I'm one of the coldest scorers of all time. like, in a weird way, you remove the rings. And no doubt that Paul Pierce is a much better basketball player than Draymond Green is. But history ain't gonna remember it like that. History's gonna look at Draymond with those 3 rings, and they gonna have him better than Paul Pierce all day, every day. Be like, what? One ring? I'm telling you, they're not even gonna watch your highlights, like to determine it. That's the bad thing about it. Like at the end of the day, like Paul Pierce is going to get disrespected. Damn, I just realized something. You know what that means? That means at some point in time, I'm gonna have to end up defending Paul Pierce's place in history. Which, while it isn't, one of the most iconic stories out there, one is a story that is a basketball story. It's a hell of a basketball story, right? From the on court stuff to the to the stuff on court, right? But to him being one of the damn, like I'm telling you, there was a point in time, as much as I hate to say it, that when it came down to like a final shot or a shot or the shot coming down to the end of the clock, right? Coming down to the wire, like Paul Pierce had one of the coldest shots, but also at some point in time, the league became a little bit easier. He didn't have the Ron Artest to deal with anymore. But I'm all for LeBron James farewell tour. 100%. Like 100%. There's no listen, I have 100% of the time said that he is one of the GOATs of this era. I don't know. I don't believe that this is his era. He should still get a farewell tour. The same way I believe that the person who era this is, who is Stephen Curry, deserves one as well. Like when Steph retires, he decides like, yo, I'm done. I'm done shooting. Right? I've made 50,000 3-point shots. Like however how many made 15,000 3-point shots. I'm done. I can't shoot anymore. They're like, yo, my arm is arthritic. Like I had to put a metallic device in here just to help it hinge anymore out. Like the whole tennis out. Like I wanted when he's finally done doing all of that. You know, the shimmies and the bows and the turnarounds. I would like to see Stephen Curry get a farewell tour. There's a couple people I like to see get a farewell tour. But I hope Damian Lillard wins a championship, gets a farewell tour. Right? Giannis get a farewell tour. For as much as he's boring as shit, right? Nikolai Jokic get a farewell tour. Yeah, this next one's gonna be hard hard to digest. I'd like to see Kyrie. I'd like to see Embiid get a farewell tour if he ever gets a ring. I'd like to see Kyrie get a farewell tour. Damn. I would have hated to see Reggie Miller get a farewell tour. I'm unbiased in this era. Like, there's not too many players that I dislike to the point that I'm like, okay, when their career is done, I don't want to see them appreciated at all. Reggie Miller may be the only person. I'm like, nah, when he was done, he was done. Nobody cares about him getting a farewell tour. I barely want to listen to him on television. Do your thing, young man. Keep getting your bread. Anybody call for an old patient? Can't stand his ass. Sorry. Old wounds. How much time we have left in the show? We got a lot of time left. So let me talk to the fans real quick, right? Because I saw somebody say something that I can respond to. I can respond to that one. This one is good. Not gonna not going to hate on Hassan Whiteside. It's still a wonderful comeback story, and he definitely took care of his family. One, like when you put took care of his family, what you want me to do with that, right? Like I hope, like okay, one. Like this goes back to like an old, like this goes back to an old what's damn it what's the comedian name, Chris Rock line, where people's like, where Chris Rock tells a joke and he goes, well, I take care of my kids. Like that's what you're supposed to do. Like you want me to give him credit for something he took care of his family. That's what he's supposed to do. You want me to give him credit for doing the bare minimum? Listen. Not enough people get credit when they do it. We only hear about it. We only hear about most people when they don't do it. I get it, but that's what he's supposed to do, David. I don't know if you like. I don't know if you're a person that likes being called Dave. You know what I mean? But Dave, I'm sorry. Like D-Bay, I'm sorry. Like, but as far as the rest of his game goes, hey, it's not even so much hating on him. And granted, there may be some vitriol there because he was a Miami Heat player. So maybe, just maybe, that's what you heard. You may have heard my natural disdain for Heat players come out when talking about him. But what you also may have caught was that it's more of a surprise that the person that has gotten 10 blocks the most in the last decade is Hassan Whiteside. Like, you understand? Like, I'm half glitching here. Like you have to understand. It's not me making, like, granted, when I went on the journey to trying to figure out, okay, when's the last time we've seen 10 blocks? And then, come to, as we're processing through, like, okay, especially in the last 10 years, we haven't had a dual individual. So there's going to be a lot of guys that was just defensive players. You didn't have the weight of your team offensively on your back as a center, right? And the last person that did that was Dwight Howard. But the fact that in the last decade, the individual, and I'm going to make this, like, if anybody watching and listening to the podcast, I'm going to tell you right now, right? This is going to be a trivia question. I am adding this to the trivia that we do. The person to have the most blocks, double-digit blocks, in the last 10 years is Hassan Whiteside. And that baffles me. But that also goes to show you Heat culture, what Heat culture is about, because they were able to squeeze all of the juice out of him. And listen, that stretch right there is most likely, right? Not even most likely, but is part of is part of the reason why the Miami Heat still gave him $100 million contract. I think it was $100 million contract, right? They still signed him to one of those giant contracts because it's like, hey, this is what we see. Nobody else is doing this in the league. We have the guy that's doing this. We could get him off Twitter and not realize, what was it, Snapchat at the time, not realizing this is just part of the culture now. But ultimately, it was a focus issue, and they feel like he wasn't focused enough for their standard, right? And you see how everybody is on this Heat squad. You see what Heat culture is about. Nothing goes down in Miami without Pat Riley knowing about it. Like, you guys are wilding. We know the Don from New York. There's the reason why we're so pissed off that he left and what came to Miami. That's when this rivalry began. Thank you. So it's not even so much like I can't hate on Hassan Whiteside. I mean, I can, and I do, and I will. But this double digit feat of his is not surprising. It's the surprise is not that so much that it's him, is that it's been is that no is that it's him, that nobody else is doing it. Like out of all of the defenders and one way defense players that we've got that has just been responsible for blocks, rebounds, and easy putbacks and pick and rolls, that none of you fucking had 10 blocks in a game. Like you see how often it was previously. Like that's what we would do. But this is the center position. This is how when we start looking at at certain positions and their digression, right? Like this is the center position. You either one way on defense, right? Like even Joel Embiid as a two-way player is nowhere on the list for double-digit blocks in the season. Neither is Giannis. Anthony Davis made it. Anthony fucking Davis made it. Sorry, Anthony Davis. I'm sorry. It wasn't Dwight Howard. The last person is Anthony Davis. So yeah, I just find the list. But again, this is just a second of list of things that we've realized today on the podcast. It's not just Hassan Whiteside having the most double-digit blocks in the last decade, but realizing that we've come to a point in the league where we're putting up, and depending on what era of basketball you started watching that, we're putting up twice to three times as many shots as they were before, and no point guard has broken 1,000 assists yet. Like assist numbers are going down from the point guard position, while shots are going up at an alarming rate. Basically, if we had to really judge shots to assist, it would almost be like income to rent and housing adjustment. Like it's going that crazy. Then that's all we have. I think that's all we have left here on the show. I want to thank you guys for listening. We've been here for almost 3 hours now. It's about 2 hours and 30, 40 minutes. Thank you guys. Seeing you guys come in and out, listen. Don't forget, we will be back live tomorrow, live from Sharky's. So if you're listening locally, you could come down local. You could come down to your local bar, Sharky's Bar and Grill over on Royal Palm and that has two names: Pine Island or Coral Ridge, whichever one you know it has. All right, that has two names. So you come to Sharky's Bar and Grill. You can come join the show. We'll have trivia. We'll have sports. Listen, I'm gonna talk about a couple of these topics again, right? Only because when you have a live studio audience, I like to get them involved in certain topics and conversations. All right. So that LeBron farewell tour, I'm most likely gonna bring that up again on Monday because I want to see how it goes with that live audience. We're going to be talking to a lot of people. We're going to see how they feel about that as well. And one thing I want you guys to think about, because I put this on my Instagram, and I'll put this on my Facebook. I got to get up on my Instagram. Because I want to, because I think I want to bring this into Monday's show. So even whether you're listening live, you're going to come join us live. If you had to give one NBA player a ring before they retire because you thought they were going to retire probably in the next 5 years, if you had to give one player a ring over the next 5 years that you thought would be retiring, and a ringless player at that, what player would you want to get a ring? What players would you want to get a ring? So any ringless player that in your eyes you feel like, damn, they getting kind of up there in age. I think they need to get a ring in the next 5 years, or else they may not get a ring. So you only get 5 players. What 5 players would you pick? You only can give one ring per year. Now, I can tell you very much so. And I don't know if he's officially retired. My number one guy is still Carmelo Anthony. If he's still eligible, my number one guy is still Carmelo Anthony. I'm still trying to figure out my number two guy, and I'm gonna figure out. And both of those guys, I'm gonna have to figure out because these are sleeper guys, right? That you might even think of. But this is why these things pop in my head, and I'm gonna also let you know why these things pop in my head, right? I play a lot of 2K, right? I play a lot of 2K, right? I'm going for my fourth back. I'm going for a four-peat right now, right? I try to squeeze out a lot of games before new one gets out, and I think this one I'm gonna hold on to for a while. Right, see if I can get like double-digit rings. I may not buy another new 2K for at least 2 years, maybe 3 years. We'll see how I feel. I may stay here for a while, just relax and chill. But there's always a player, like a veteran player, I like to grab on my team to make sure that they get a ring before they retire. This is where this question kind of derives from, right? So, and this has always been a thing of mine. So, one guy I always go for, first thing, I don't care where he's at, if he's a free agent or if he's on another team, get me Carmelo Anthony. I'm going to make sure Carmelo Anthony gets himself a ring before they retire out of NBA 2K. And then I realized, you know what? After you get Carmelo his ring, what? Then who? Then what? Like there's a couple of players you can see, because you know they ain't gonna get a ring while you're in, right? If you're playing NBA 2K, right? So now they're stuck. So now you have to get them a ring. So what players am I like, yo, okay, I'm gonna have you join this squad so I can get you a ring. You can go ahead and retire next year. I don't need you. I gotta get somebody else that's ringless. I don't know how things gonna ring. Who are these guys? And I know there's a lot of names. I know there's a lot of names that are gonna pop up. I have an idea, right? Like I said, I say Melo, right? But I have to check Melo's eligibility, right? If Melo has officially put in his retirement papers, right? Because my first two players that I think of, I'm not quite sure if they still have eligibility status in the NBA, right? They may officially be out. I know there's no team that's going to officially sign them ever, right? Unless they really just sign them at the tail end just to give them a ring or whatever. But yeah, I know there's no NBA team that's going to sign them, but I don't know if they're still eligible to play in the NBA. So that's going to be the tricky part about it because that's where my two top guys, like I said, Melo is one of them, right? Kind of fall into now, right? It's if they're still eligible per NBA standards. But I already know one name that's gonna pop up. I already know one name that's gonna pop up in a lot of them. And you're gonna have 5 choices, right? Yeah, there's 5 names for you. And I guarantee you, right? And I'll bet on it, right? I'm telling you, I'll bet on it. 90% of the people, I'll bet on 90%. But I guarantee I'll go as far as say 95%. I'll go as far as even say 97% of the people are gonna have Chris Paul on their list. Guarantee. I guarantee you that one. The rest, I'm gonna be. I'm not gonna say surprised to see names. I'm really not gonna say that. Like I said, I have a strong list that I've already been coming up with myself, so I'm not gonna be fully surprised. But it's something I want to talk about on Monday. It's something I want to talk about fully on Monday. But I just want to tease you guys in this, give you guys another full 24 hours to digest in this. But we'll talk about this. Maybe we talk about it this Monday. Maybe we talk about it next Monday. Maybe we talk about it this Monday and next Monday. I really want to get the live studio audience in on this. I want to get the live crowd. And folks, everybody that's been listening, I want to thank you guys that have listened to the podcast. I want to thank everybody that has joined the podcast today. I want to thank everybody that's joined the podcast for video. I want to thank everybody that's joined the podcast for audio. Wait, did I just hear something? I think I just heard Chill Will come back. What did I just hear? I just heard somebody join or do something from somewhere. Okay, so I was saying, all right, everybody that's joined the podcast via video, right? Everybody that listened to the podcast through video, everybody or watch the video, watch the podcast video. God damn it! Everybody that has listened to the podcast, joined the podcast through audio platforms, I want to thank you as well. I appreciate everybody that has joined and listened in many different ways. I keep telling you guys, we got a lot of ways. Like, and as you guys see now, right? Like a lot of my regulars, and will they realize that I have a way, and it's so crazy because this is my senior Ohio correspondent. He didn't even know that we had a back channel way for him to get in here on video. Like they didn't realize that for the last how long we been doing this? Do you guys restream? It's been 2 years now, easily, maybe 3. It ain't been since season 7. Let me stop bugging. We're on season 9. It's been at least since season 7. At least since season 8. We're on season 9? God damn, we're on season 9. I'm gonna let you know, guys. I may retire after next year. We'll see how I feel about this. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe right after. Well, I don't know. Like I feel like I'm getting close to retirement of my podcast. It's been 10 years. 10 years of this. Like y'all knew me when I had no hair. Like, you knew me when I was just rocking a Caesar. Like I've watched old podcasts and see how like every time YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, whoever it is, right? The only one that never blocks a video is X or Twitter, right? Anytime they block a video, I look at it and I'm like, how old is I wonder how old it is based off the length of my hair. I'm like, how old was this? I'm like, okay, it looks like the dye was still fresh in this one, and it was going through the straight length. Like, oh no, you had the porcupine look on that one. It was just straight spikes. Like, oh no, they're starting to droop a little bit there. Like god damn, like where are you guys going back to? Like, oh, I didn't even have locks in that one. Yo, they be ridiculous. They be ridiculous. I promise you, I get banned, right, or suspended off of Instagram. Why I feel like I'm smelling pepper spray? Maybe the weed have bun matured a little. Alright. But I feel like I get banned about every other month from Instagram for about a week or so. I really do. It happens all the time. You guys have no clue. I get banned about once a week. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like I literally have a folder called respond to or share after banned. I've been banned a couple times on Facebook too. Apparently, I can't talk the way I used to talk on Facebook. Like they got new rules to their HR department, and I have to learn how to be a little bit more friendly. Listen, can I be wilding sometimes on Facebook? I'm not gonna lie. Like people don't realize that shit. Like listen, like sometimes I just be on it like, you know what? Let me troll somebody. Like I do. I just be dropping bombs in places and just wait for like to the bring 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 bring. I'm like, oh, let me see what response that is that I set people off for. Like some of them I really just be wild. Some of them like I'm fully behind. Like you know when I'm wild or not. Sometimes I just be like, yo, like when was this? One time they said it was one of those memes, right? And was talking about Larry Bird. And it had Larry Bird saying some outlandish line. He was talking shit, right? And I went underneath there and I was like, Larry would never say that. Knowing damn well this is the same man that walked into a 3-point contest and sold room. Okay, who's coming in second? Set them off. But you have to understand though, I do this to my I shouldn't even say this out loud. Right, I'm out there indict myself. Fuck it, we sharing. It's only you and I. You and I to the day we die. I do this in some of my chat. I do this in my Knicks chat group. But like, I'll mention like a player or former player that's doing well or something that they did, knowing that it's gonna get the yo fuck this guy. He's not even. I'm like, and then be like, yo, why are you guys so toxic? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Well, I love them though, because they're the same people I go to when I'm like, yo, I'm really curious about your 5 people you would like to see get a ring before they retire over the next 5 years. And like I said, I got a strong feeling. I got a strong feeling for a lot of the names. Like I said, I know that name's gonna pop up, right? I know that name's gonna pop up. I've seen that name already. I knew that name was gonna pop up. I had a feeling his name's gonna pop up as well too. And every person I'm putting on, I feel when I say they're gonna pop up at least 80% of the polls. And then yeah, I think there's gonna be at least 4, and I'm missing a fifth very popular one. I know I have a very big feeling I'm missing a very fifth popular one, but I know of 4. Maybe I know 4 because I'm thinking of it, but no, I actually have 6 in my head. I'm bugging. Right, and it's a couple more, but see, I don't know if other people will put them in their list. Like there's a couple of guys I have a suspicion about. Like if I asked, like put it this way, I know there's a couple of former Toronto Raptors. If I ask a couple of Canadians, right, maybe I will, right, that they'll probably put a couple of these former Canadians in there that I know that haven't won a ring. So, but I don't expect to see his name anywhere else. I don't know. So his name. So I know about definitely. It's gonna be 4 very popular people that is gonna come up on this list. And damn, like I said, nobody's going to use Carmelo, and nobody's going to use my other guy. And Carmelo's the only one I'm willing to give you. Carmelo Anthony is the only one I'm willing to give you. But yeah, there's that guy. There's that guy. Who was it I just say? Uh, that's the 5th guy that I don't think is going to be on a lot of list. There's this guy. Like I really expect a lot of votes for these guys, and we're gonna see. So I'm gonna take a poll. I'm gonna see like who gets to these votes. I'm gonna ask a couple of people that I know. I'm gonna run a poll. I'm gonna run a poll. I'm gonna run a question. I'm gonna put this on all of my social media platforms. So you let me know which 5 NBA players think that's gonna retire. That, that you like see them get a ring in the next 5 years. You know what I mean? That you think that may retire in the next 5 years. You like to see get a ring. We get one per year. Thank you for listening to the podcast. We out of here. We've done enough today. Catch me tomorrow at Sharky's live. It's a complete vibe.